Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Pod-ket Monsters, our weekly Pokemon podcast. My name is Dustin Cunningham, and as always, joining me on this adventure, my travel partner, Jeff Grizz Ulrich. Jeff, how are you today?
I'm doing great, although I will tell you, I already screwed up. Yeah, we have like the intro logo that comes up, and I clicked the transition button. I swear to God, I clicked the transition button to flip to the. No, it did not go. So you started talking before it flipped, but I think it's part of the charm. It's a homemade charm.
Hey, man, this is a new podcast, episode 3. But
yes, I'm good.
Okay,
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I just got off work not too long ago, so I'm unwinding with talking about Pokemon.
That's the dream, man.
Yeah, what's a better thing to do? And joining Jeff and I today, not only for the first time, but as our first guest, is Mike Towndrow of 6-1 Indie. Mike, how are you today?
I'm the first guest also?
Yeah.
It's episode 3.
You're our first guest.
Yes. I don't know. I thought you had like a guest every week or something. I don't know, man.
Who knows? Maybe. We'll see what the future has for us.
Yeah, we've already talked to a few other people who are like interested in coming on as well too. So
nice.
We will most likely have a few other guests on in the future. We don't know. Again, like everything's so new. We're trying to do this weekly, but we don't know like what weeks we'll have guests and stuff like that. So hopefully we'll have multiple guests on often. But yeah, Mike, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, so if people don't know you.
Jeez, there's so much.
Summarize your life right now.
Hi. How's my life right now?
No, summarize your entire life right now.
Not great. I'm Mike. Hi, how you doing? I am the editor-in-chief and one of the co-founders of 6-1 Indie, what the hell? A collective. That was the word I'm looking for. A collective of content creators and a gaming media website with a focus of indie gaming and community building and whatnot. One of the co-runners of kind of NYC back in the day. I am the only person in the imaginary band R-Wings.
A great band.
Great band.
Very good sad boy music.
Very good sad boy music.
My favorite sad boy.
I love Pokemon, and that's why I'm here.
Don't we all? Let's just take a moment to appreciate Pokemon.
See, like I love covering indie games, and like indie games are my favorite thing. Like I am an Annapurna and Devolver Digital stan, but man, do I miss talking about Pokemon on podcasts.
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
I'll tell you, one of the things that I really love like about 6-1 Indie is it's all about indie games, which frequently some of my favorite games every year are indie games, and it also works well with talking about a Nintendo product because yes, Nintendo is a major publisher, but for somehow a lot of the charm that you find in indie games, I also think you find in a lot of Nintendo properties, and I don't know what the reason for that is, but like it feels like the same sort of like intent behind their games, like in terms of generating passion in fans,
like a lot of heart.
Yeah, a lot of heart in Nintendo properties.
A lot of heart, and especially when it comes to the games themselves, there's a lot of indies that take a lot of influence from Pokemon. Like 2020, we saw Monster Sanctuary from Team 17,
which is one of my favorite games of the year. I know it didn't click with Mike as much, but
it didn't totally. Like I didn't give it a fair shot, to be totally honest, but I do want to get back to it. It's on my list.
I 100%ed that, and I almost never 100% games.
That's awesome.
I don't think I've ever actually heard of it.
You should definitely play it, Dustin.
Just check it out.
It's it's a monster collecting game like Pokemon, but it's also a side-scrolling platformer.
It's a Metroidvania. It's like a Pokemon Metroidvania.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty cool. I do like a good Metroidvania.
But anyways, like Bugsnax also. That Bugsnax is a Pokemon game.
100%. Yeah, I downloaded Bugsnax and I still haven't played it, and I'm ashamed to admit that I haven't. I've just had such little time recently. I really want to play it. It's on my list of like games to play, but I'm still working my way through the Pathless, and I really like the Pathless.
Pathless is rad.
I did not 100% that.
I belligerently got that platinum trophy after like one stupid mistake that I was like crawling around that open world for like hours for something that was right in front of my face.
And that's why I didn't get the 100% because I heard what Mike went through.
Yeah,
it was literally like it was in a critical point of the story. Like you had to go there for the story or whatever for the main mission, and I just didn't read a thing that was right in front of me. I just blatantly ignored it, and that was what like popped the trophy.
It's like the things that are right in front of your face, or the things that you missed. Like it's just right there. So you're just like, oh man.
I know.
But Anyways,
Indie
back to
games.
Pokemon. Yeah.
661indie.com at
Yeah.
61indie. There you go.
Yes, give him a follow. But back to Pokemon. Mike is joining us today on a very special episode. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday is Pokemon Day, and this is the 25th anniversary of Pokemon. So Mike is joining us today to basically join us in our predictions episode to talk about what we expect to see either on Pokemon Day or the week leading up to it. The Pokemon Company did say that they will be doing some announcements leading up to it. So we're kind of just going to, we'll go over some news first, but after that, we'll get into our predictions a little bit and have a little bit of fun. It's always fun to predict what they're going to do.
Especially since not all my predictions are going to be like real.
Oh, yeah. I have a couple. Yeah. Don't want to spoil it, but I have a couple.
I hope it's as good as Zelda's 35th anniversary celebration that we saw the other day. I can't
Yeah.
wait.
Oh,
to see that.
yeah.
They are
my
celebrating that
favorite.
property correctly, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. It was so good. Oh, man. Cannot wait for
Sorry.
that. Anyways.
Well, we're going to hear more in April. Don't worry. Once Mario is dead, we're going to hear more in April.
Right. God, I can't wait. But anyways, so today we'll be going over our predictions for the cards, the games, the films, the anime, basically anything that we think could possibly happen in the foreseeable future. I think being the 25th anniversary, I think we'll get some cool announcements. But Mario's 35th anniversary last year, we got just a port of 3 games, and then what's the
3D World
game called? Yeah,
Unite.
that's true. There was the announcement.
Unite.
And Bowser's Fury is new. I haven't touched it yet, but it's new.
I haven't played Bowser's Fury yet. I've only played some of 3D World, but
I'm
not
on
Bowser's Fury.
I'm on the final stage of one of the challenge levels of the second challenge world. It's a boss rush mode.
Oh, nice.
God.
Yeah.
To answer your questions, Mario 35 was the
Mario
Oh,
35.
that's the one.
Yes,
Yeah. So I thought you were talking about the Pokemon.
No, the MOBA.
The MOBA. Yeah, my bad.
We'll talk about that in a little bit.
We don't have to.
But we have to for our Canadian friends.
I don't think Jackson cares. It's fine.
I don't think he does either. And I don't know a whole lot of other Canadians, so
DJ.
But yeah, so yeah, that's true. DJ. There's DJ.
There's Mel.
There's Mel.
There's Fee.
Dr. Mel. Fee.
Dr. Mel.
True.
That's it. That's the entire population of Canada.
Yeah, that's all of Canada. For
That's
such
all
a big
Canada.
place, I'm shocked how many people
They have a
live
lot of space. Social distancing, real easy.
there. Yeah, totally. But anyways, speaking of Pokemon Unite, why don't we segue into the news a little bit? We'll get that out of the way before we start our predictions. The first topic, again, we're not very interested in Pokemon Unite. If you've listened to any of our other episodes, we've talked about it. Kind of, I feel like
I'm intrigued.
in length. Yeah, we're intrigued. We're not like sold on it,
No,
but
I am intrigued. I haven't played any MOBAs in the past.
I've never played MOBA either.
I mean, I've tried. I played League of
They're
Legends
rough.
once, and I played Smite once. So like, they're definitely not my thing. But this is
You
Pokemon.
have to be a different caliber of human being. And I don't mean that. I mean that as a compliment to people who play
no.
MOBAs.
No,
Like-
quick segue. Back in like 2014, I had some friends when I worked at a Best Buy, like coworkers, and I went to their house and they just had all of their PCs set up to play League of Legends, and I was like, "This is not me. This is not."
Yeah, I
me.
know.
But anyways, so yeah, Pokemon Unite, the new Pokemon MOBA that's coming out, does have a limited beta launching exclusively in Canada next month. So again, it's only going to be for Canadian residents. It'll just be a limited time thing. None of the progress carries over. And you have to be at least 16-year-old to, participate in it. I think that's pretty obvious for things like that. Like they don't want kids to. I mean, it is a
Feel
Pokemon
the
game. It's aimed
blood
at
and
kids, but
cursing
yeah,
and-
yeah. I think they don't want them to like. I don't know. They don't want to feel responsible for what.
It's Pokemon Company. If it has some sort of quote unquote violence in it, yeah.
Or like even like I'm wondering if there's like any sort of like store, so they don't want to be responsible for.
There's 100% a store.
Yeah, they don't want to be responsible for kids playing and buying things on their parents' credit cards.
Buying pro esports players.
Because that definitely didn't happen with Pokemon Go.
Oh yeah, definitely not. No. But so do we have any thoughts at all on this? Do we actually care?
When it drops on iOS, I'll try it. I'll try one match, and then I'll probably never think about it again.
That's exactly where I am.
That seems to be every Pokemon mobile game that comes out. Like except for Go. Go, I still occasionally like when I'm bored, I'll open it up and like check my eggs and stuff like that. But Pokemon Masters, I touched for like a day. Pokemon Cafe, I touched for a day. All the Trozy games, I've tried a little bit, but like none of them stick. I think.
Yeah, with Pokemon Masters, I think I downloaded it and tried it. I'm like, this is actually kind of cool, but like, it didn't really. It wasn't what I was looking for. Like, that's not the type of spin-off
That's really the problem that I keep running into with basically everything other than the mainline Pokemon games, and I'm gonna guess Snap. I'm gonna be pretty stoked for, but they just like they don't quite hit the mark for whatever they're going for, and so like it's just like if I'm gonna play a game in that style, it's gonna have to be fantastic because I'm already aware that I do not care about that style of games. So
Yeah. So again, that's just one that I wanted to mention in case, we have anybody listening that cares about Pokemon Unite and they live in Canada, i.e. Jackson or DJ.
Yeah. One of the 5
if you guys care, you guys can try it out. Starting next month sometime. There's no specific date. It just says next month. So I tried to look. I was like, is there an actual date for this? But they just said March. So I was like, all right.
Guess what we're going to get this week? A date for Pokemon Unites. I almost forgot the name of the game already. Pokemon Unite beta date.
I mean, that's the most important part. That's all I care about. That's all I want. Pokemon Unite beta date.
Forget the real.
And then forget the release.
Yeah. Our next news story as well too. Speaking of, we talked about Pokemon Go a little bit there. That is something that both Jeff and I do. We do dabble in that.
I play daily.
I know. I try to hop on daily, but sometimes I just don't have the time to do it. I did hop on today though, so I was just like.
I'm not as active as some of the other kind of funny best friends that we know.
Yeah.
Riley is insane. He's already like level 43 or some nonsense.
I want to say Adam as well too was pretty big into it because I think when they did the Pokemon community event last year, I think he was into it pretty hard as well too.
Kelsey is still pretty into it. Not as much as she used to be, but
I try
it's
to
bite size.
Yeah. I try to just play like a little bit. If I go for a walk or something like that and take my dog for a walk, I'll play it. But
I will say community days are super fun. Like we did the the Rosalia. No, not Rosalia. Oh my god, not Krilla.
Yeah, no, it was Rosalia.
Ralts. Thank you.
The Ralts one. Okay, I was like they did Rosalia last month, right?
They're green Pokemon, whatever. But we did that in Union Square before, in the before times, and it was so fun, just like hanging out in Union Square Park and like just to see people just hanging out, especially in a big area like Manhattan. It's so fun.
What are people? Before times?
Specters, ghouls.
But what's the news, Dustin? What's the news?
That's a good segue that we actually talked about that because the news is that Fletchling is the next Pokemon Go Community Day, which I absolutely love Fletchling. I think that line is super cool. Talonflame is dope. I always like bird Pokemon. We talked about this last episode.
Talonflame is almost a requirement for you if you're going to hatch eggs. So,
Yeah, Talonflame is great.
Always a solid choice.
But yeah, so then the next Pokemon Go Community Day was announced. The event will take place on March 6th, and it runs for 6 hours. I tried to look at what those 6 hours were. I believe it's usually 11 a.m. like local time, I think is when it typically starts.
Okay.
From my experience with doing those.
I mean, it does vary. Like they have changed it, especially during the pandemic. I believe they're later in the afternoon.
Oh, okay. Now that they think everybody doesn't work.
Yeah. I mean,
they wouldn't be wrong.
They're not entirely wrong.
Yeah. And then so that I'm excited about that. Again, it's 6 hours long during the event. Incense will last for 3 hours. I think they last for a half an hour now. Is that what it typically is? Half an hour to an hour?
No, half an hour. The community day is 2 hours long, or 6 hours long. Sorry,
no,
the incense itself.
Yeah, incense.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, the incense lasts 1 hour.
And then now it's 3 during the event.
During community day.
Okay.
Usually, again, the before times, incense is a half hour, but they extended it an hour.
That's what I thought too, because I remember it being a half an hour.
That high pandemic.
And you'll know when it's got the double effectiveness because the color of incense changes from green to orange.
Okay, I actually didn't know that.
The double extended time for community day.
Okay, that's nice. Also, XP is tripled. I don't know if that means XP gained altogether is tripled or if that's just referring to. Okay, that's what I thought. I didn't get the clear message on
So
whether
that
or
would be a
not that
great
that's gonna
time
fit.
That's
to
cool.
to reach best friend status with some people. If you've been holding off on that, go ahead and get the triple XP on the best friend.
That's I plan on actually participating on that weekend because I don't have anything planned on that Saturday. I'll probably participate in that and try to get myself a shiny Fletchling because who doesn't want a shiny Talonflame?
Need to get at least 3.
And
Got to have one shiny for each of them.
yeah, that's fair. So yeah, the event again, as we said, 6 hours, March 6th. And then Pokemon can learn a special move if evolved during the event. In the case of this event, the evolved Talonflame can learn Incinerate, which is pretty rad. That's a super
nice.
cool move. Yeah, and then that's again. Do you guys think either one of you will be participating in this event and try to get yourself a shiny Fletchling? And
Yeah,
or
this will be one of my
3,
days.
like Jeff said.
Yeah,
Yes.
this will be one of my days where I pop in and kind of check in, catch up a little bit, especially if it's
Yeah.
triple XP and stuff. Yeah, because I think I definitely didn't hit 40 yet. I'm
33. Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
I did hit 40 in time to get the Legacy 40 badge when they were increasing the level cap. But I was right on like the last week before I couldn't get that anymore.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What's next?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say if we don't have anything else to say on that, we'll move on to the next topic.
Yeah.
Which actually is something I learned a little bit more about. The Pokemon trading card game has been insanely popular recently. It's kind of like that with most card games now. Even sports cards as well are really popular. In the pandemic, a lot of people are out buying cards because there's not a whole lot to do, obviously. But they are releasing a new set. Shining Fates is
Shining
releasing
Fates.
tomorrow, actually. Which even if you try to order it online, it's like you can't find them. They're sold out everywhere. Already,
So
which
wild.
is insane because I remember walking into any store in the past, whatever, probably even during the pandemic, I probably walked into a Target and saw Pokemon cards. But just within this last 6 months, I want to say it's been impossible to even find Pokemon cards.
What do you think
Yeah.
caused the all of a sudden?
I think it's a
Boom.
lot of those people that are doing the opening of packs because I know a lot of people are opening them on Twitch and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and it's really popular. The one that I've been following and watching recently the channel's called Leonhardt, and he's been doing it since 2014, so it's not like he just started doing it.
Not hopping on the bandwagon. Yeah.
Yeah, but even in the past, I want to say he was saying something about probably within the last 6 months he's gained had a huge spike in new
That's
subscribers to his channel and stuff like that, and he has 1.3 million subscribers to his YouTube. So
I think another
Yeah.
part of the reason behind the spike in popularity is that over the last few years I don't remember exactly when they added the ability to scan in your packs for online.
yeah,
So
that is
Right.
cool.
So when you buy your physical cards, you can also use them online, which is great during a pandemic because people aren't able to meet up and play in person.
Yeah, so if you want to play against a friend or something like that, you can build decks on the official Pokemon website and battle with each other there. This is the set where I said I think this weekend I'll probably try if I can. I'm gonna be somewhere where that's a little bit more populated, that has more options, and see if I can find any packs of Shining Fates because you can actually get shiny cards. I watched a
cool.
video today, and he pulled a shiny VMAX Charizard, and that was pretty cool.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm excited about it. Again, I'm not crazy into the cards, but doing this has kind of reignited my desire to pick up cards. And
Yeah, it's once in a while. I'm sure all of us, when we were kids, that was life. But
yeah,
even nowadays, I still get the itch of it's like a ex smoker. I'm gonna buy a pack.
yeah,
Just
Well,
get one
Just gotta
pack.
get a pack.
that's one of the cool things about watching that channel I've been watching is he'll open old packs. He has unopened boxes of the
That's
first
awesome.
edition sets, and you just get so nostalgic seeing him pull I don't know, even a Kangaskhan or something like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be a Charizard, but just watching
I had
all
that.
these things. Yeah. Yeah, you're I used to have that card. I had 30 of that Mankey, so.
One of my favorite cross pollination of interests that I have is there's a rap rock is not the way to like really put it, but it's a rap influenced like post-hardcore band called Fever 333. They are incredible. Go check them out. Their guitarist on Instagram once in a while just has Instagram stories of him like it's like him like practicing guitar and like writing and just like hanging out and stuff, and then like in like a sea of stories it's just like him with massive boxes of Pokemon cards like walking out of like comic shops and stuff, and it's like, God bless you, man.
Yeah,
I
that's
love you.
I know it sounds so bad, but my hope is that I can just find a whole booster box and just buy a booster
Yeah.
box and just it'd just be so cool. But yeah, I wanted to bring that up because with how much we've been talking about the trading card game recently, I wanted to mention that there's a new set coming out this weekend. So see if anybody was as interested in as I am. Like I said, I might pick up a few
Well,
packs.
and if I could make a recommendation, if you have a local, hobby shop like a gaming shop or even like a comic book store, sometimes those are like they have the same sort of stuff. A lot of those places do pre-orders on these sets, so you might not be able to do that for Shining Fates, but it's an opportunity to support a local business, which is great.
Yep.
And like I said, a lot of them will do pre-orders. So when the next set comes out, which is coming out in March, the next one after Shining Fates comes out, which is the what's it called? It's the Urshifu set. It's all about the rapid strike and the single strike.
Yeah. Oh, I don't remember the name of it, but I know what you're talking about. I thought that was already out. I didn't know that
comes out in March. So like I'm sure that there's places taking pre-orders now. So by all means, get out there, support a local business. And by get out there, I mean maybe call them and order it over the phone.
Yeah, call them.
I was gonna say, with COVID, a lot of these places probably need as much business as they can get as well too. So if you can call and order it. But what I was gonna say, I just had, dang it, something I was gonna say and I spaced it. Never mind. We'll move on to the next topic. I totally had something about this, but I can't remember what it was. So the next topic of news that we have for today looks like it's actually going to be our final topic, just for news. Yes, just of news. Is that starting on February 19th, tomorrow, Sword and Shield players can receive a shiny Toxtricity via the download code from GameStop in the US, EB Games in Canada. So Jackson and DJ, if you guys really want to go out and get that shiny Toxtricity, who's one of the best Pokemon in Sword and Shield IMO.
It's one of my favorite Pokemon of all time now.
Yeah.
He's so good. It's so good.
Really good Pokemon and really cool design. And I'm sure for Mike, he's a rocker Pokemon. I mean, that's like a dream
It's a
come
lizard.
True.
It's a purple lizard with a mohawk who strums his belly. Are you kidding me, Pokemon Company?
Cool. And the typing too of Poison Electric.
Poison Electric is rad. I have a courtesy of my 6-1 Indie co-host, Jacob Palmer. He did trade me a shiny Gigantamax Able Toxtricity.
I was gonna say I would be more excited.
My Shining Force.
I would be more excited about getting the shiny Toxtricity if I didn't already have 5 shiny Toxtricities.
I don't have any. Real quick though, I want to go back to the booster or the Pokemon cards real fast just to clear this up. It is called Sword and Shield Battle Styles. I just wanted to look up what the expansion was called.
March 19th.
And it comes out 2 days after my birthday.
Happy birthday to Dustin!
Thank you. If they're not sold out, maybe I'll buy some.
Buy you a birthday cake.
Right? So yeah, the code will be available via the Pokemon Pass mobile app. So you can go to a participating location, open the app, claim the code, and then redeem the code in the mystery gift option. Similar to how they've done plenty of other events if you've ever participated. You can go out and get yourself a code.
Except this one's a little different in that you can do it curbside.
That's what I was.
You don't actually have to get out of the car.
That's what I was going to say.
That's great.
Can you just drive up, and as long as you're like within the location,
within the distance, you just pull out the app, and I guess it checks in or something, and then you get the code from the
GPS
app
or something.
I mean,
cool. I'll be stopping by a GameStop this weekend. That's for sure.
Just drive by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The app was called the Pokemon Pass mobile app.
Yeah, Pokemon Pass mobile app.
So
download
that on your phone, and I imagine that at least until this pandemic is under control, this will be how they do giveaways. For those retail locations, and given Pokemon's past history, especially with GameStop, I remember when I was working there a few years ago, we talked about this in one of our previous episodes. They did a giveaway a month of legendary Pokemon, and I imagine that with this being the 25th anniversary, we can anticipate there will be lots more Pokemon giveaways this year. I think that's a safe prediction. I don't know if that's a prediction for Pokemon Day, but it's a prediction for the rest of the year.
That's Jeff's first prediction.
No,
it in right there.
Lock it in. That's it. He only has 4 left.
So yeah, I'll be doing this for sure. I love Toxtricity. Sword and Shield is a great game. There's a lot of people. We've talked about this before with the Pokedex thing. A lot of people don't like Sword and Shield for specific reasons. I love it. I think they're
all
excellent
wrong,
games.
right?
Yeah, it's
They
a
are.
great game.
Who needs that many Pokemon anyway?
I
mean,
think it's the
I
best
do.
Pokemon
That's
game
why I have them
as
all
far
in
as like
my-
mechanics and stuff go.
That's why I have them in Pokemon Home, because I do need them all,
Right.
but I don't mind that I can't play with them all the time.
It's
I
only
al-
898.
I
all right?
definitely there are Pokemon that, like, if I never saw them again, I don't think I would realize that I never saw them again. You know, so
Hey,
probably
I
not
like
the end of the
I
world.
don't need to see Klefki again. It's fine. Vanillite,
Right.
get out of here. It's fine.
I'm not gonna act like I wasn't sad that Scyther wasn't in the original game, and then extremely happy when Scyther came back in the first DLC. But at
Yeah.
the same time, like, yeah,
No,
I
I would have missed
can-
Scyther.
Me too. God, me too. I was just kidding. Thank you. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for news. If you guys don't have anything other topics on the shiny toxicity,
I mean, just remember to purchase your tickets in Pokemon Go for the Kanto Tour event. Obviously, we talked about that last week, but
Yep.
it's still coming in the future. And also the Pikachu Who Knows Sing, that is also coming here in the future. I believe that's on Pokemon Day.
It's going there.
It's coming here.
Here.
But yeah, so
Gets to play with Mando.
those were news that we talked about last week, news items we talked about last week, but they are still happening. So there's your reminder.
all right. You guys ready for the main topic?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So now that all the news is out of the way, let's dive into our main topic. We're going to talk about our predictions, everything for the week leading up to Pokemon Day, as well as Pokemon Day. Again, since this is the 25th anniversary, we think this will be a big Pokemon Day. Now, I'm probably as like excited as I can be, so it's very easy for me to be let down if they don't do anything big. But I'm hoping that that's not the case. We're going to specifically talk about all the things announced, though, the week and the day of. So we're going to take like a kind of funny approach if anybody's fans of kind of funnies, and do our predictions and each make 5 different predictions, what we think will be announced or presented either, again, week of or day of. These can be about the games, the movies, TV shows, cards, or anything else. So the music that's coming, anything like that. To decide who goes first, we'll randomly select a Pokemon and see who guesses closest to the correct weight of that Pokemon.
That was a rule I decided last night. I hope everyone's
Whoa.
okay with that.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
So
That's really good. That's really cool.
I just did the RNG. So we got Pokemon number 479. And so now I will look that up because unfortunately I have not memorized every Pokedex number.
Wow.
Fake
How
fan.
dare you.
Yeah, fake fan.
Fake
Sorry.
fan.
Fan.
So 479 is Rotom. And so I've looked at the name and I have not looked at the weight. So
Which
We're guessing the
Rotom?
weight.
we are guessing the weight of Rotom. Like the one
like
that it would
standard
show.
Rotom?
I mean, a standard Rotom, yeah. The one that, when you, in the Pokedex, before you get any other version of him, you get just standard
Standard
Rotom.
Rotom.
3 pounds.
I mean, we each get to guess, Dustin. It's not a race.
3 pounds. No, that's mine. 3 pounds. Nobody else gets that guess.
I was gonna say 3.5 to screw it.
3.1.
3.1, Bob. 5. I think he's a little heavy.
I'm gonna go 1, honestly, because
I know. I was
$1,
afraid
Bob.
of that.
So let's see what it is. I'll even let's see.
Do we have music? Cue the music.
Cue
Mike,
the
play
music,
something.
gang.
Rodom.
His weight is 0.7 pounds.
Oh, yeah. That,
Yeah.
So Jeff went over actually. So
That's true. We're not doing Prices Right rules. We're doing closest to the pin. my reasoning was that he's a ghost type in his basic form, right? So how heavy can he be?
Oh,
That's
fair.
But yeah, okay. So I'll go with one of my first predictions.
Go ahead. Floor
We
is
talked
yours.
about this. We talked about this before we started recording. It's like, okay, I wonder what the first 2 are gonna be.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be a little bold with this prediction. Okay.
Post Malone will sing circles.
They are going to announce a Diamond and Pearl remake. That's not the bold part. But
Mind
it's going to
is
be
blown.
in the Sword and Shield, engine. But it is not releasing until next year.
Okay, fair.
That's my. I
What-
think that they'll have other things this year, but because they're doing it in the Sword and Shield style, that game takes longer to make than previous remakes would have taken. So that's my theory for why it'll be next year that game actually gets released.
I could see that, and the reason I say that as well. No, I guess technically this year is the 15-year anniversary. I was gonna say for the North America release, next year is the 15th anniversary for
fair.
Those two games. So I could totally see them coming out then, but I don't know. I still think it's gonna be this year. Like that's the big Pokemon game this year.
I mean, I
make your prediction, Dustin.
Yeah, I think it's very possible that it could be this year, but that was my reasoning.
I get it. Who's next? My next
year. Yeah, the next closest was Dustin.
Yeah. All right. So my first prediction is not going to be the other one that we were expecting it to be. I think that we're actually going to get a Detective Pikachu 2 game trailer at the event because they mentioned that they're making one, but we haven't heard anything about it.
Game or film?
The game.
Okay.
And I think that the game will have a release date in the trailer as well too. And let's get a little crazy. I think that release date is going to be early fall, like a September or something like that.
Okay, I could see a September release date or something like that.
Did either of you play Detective Pikachu?
No, we talked about that, and that might be a game I pick up and play through on the podcast and give my updates as I play through.
I'm curious about it.
I don't know if I can go back and play it now because he's not voiced by Ryan Reynolds. So
yeah, I know.
God, the movie's so good. Look at those. I got posters behind me somewhere. There we go, right there. Yep.
I have the chonky amiibo somewhere. I have no idea where he is though. He must have moved.
Oh, the Detective Pikachu one?
The big one, yeah.
Oh, where awesome. It is.
Huh. I'll have to find it one day.
That's a mystery that you'll have to solve.
Ah.
All right, next.
I appreciate these like loose predictions. It's great. Let's get crazy.
Okay, show us how it's done, Mike.
Let me give you some gravitas. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about these Sinnoh remakes. Or more specifically, let me tell you about the one singular Sinnoh remake, the one version of the Sinnoh remake coming out. It will be called Pokemon Iron, Opal, or some other type of fancy rock to go along with Diamond and Pearl. It will release on November 19th, 2021.
Oh, he went bold with the November 19th, giving us an exact date. What day of the week is that, Mike?
That is a Friday, is the Friday before Black Friday that Nintendo and Pokemon Company love.
They love that date. That's true.
I mean, so we've already talked about Diamond and Pearl enough, so I'm just going to basically piggyback off of Mike's, but mine was that the remakes are coming in November. So I also predict they'll also be in November.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we're about to talk about it in the second round predictions, but because another certain game is probably going to get two versions, I think they put all their resources in because also Diamond and Pearl are not, I revisited them recently. They're not good. Platinum is a fantastic game.
So I'm playing through Platinum actually for my first time because I played through Diamond and Pearl both. I played through both of those games, but I never played through Platinum, so I'm playing through it.
Pearl is like, it's really rough and like at times like sort of broken. I played it before we migrated to 6-1 Indie, we were playing through all the Pokemon games and ranking them. Mm-hmm. And yeah, got to Pearl. Like I played Diamond and I played Platinum, but I never played Pearl. So I was always trying to go for the version that I didn't play. Man, it's hard to go back to, and I regret not going into Platinum.
The game doesn't iterate that much from generation to generation, but when you go far enough away, there's a lot of quality of life improvements.
Oh my god, yeah.
That they added in later games that are totally missing from Diamond and Pearl.
No, I get it because I'm still totally the type of person that I cannot stand grinding in Pokemon games anymore. I don't have enough time. Yeah. I'm playing like I said, I'm playing through Platinum. And I have so many hours for the fact I've only beaten 2 gyms because I'm sitting there grinding, trying to level all of my Pokemon up, and it's just.
But it's not even like grinding. It's like I forgot exactly like what specifically was bothering me about the game and what I thought was like really wrong with the game. But there's certain like just mechanical things that just don't work, and it's bad. And they fix them in Platinum, and they make them even better in Black and White. So I think this Sinnoh remake is going to like more specifically be a Platinum remake, and yeah, we're going to get one definitive version of that game, Pokemon Opal or Iron.
I could see that, and I think it would be cool because we don't need I don't think we really need 2 versions of all the remakes.
I don't think so too, because like I think people are more likely, like the more general audience is going to be more likely to buy the other games we're about to talk about, the two versions of the other games we're about to talk about.
Yeah, speaking of the other games, Jeff, what's your next?
Is it time for
Jeff,
my
go for
prediction?
it.
Hooray! So for my next game-related prediction, I am predicting, and this one I did get a little more specific, that we are going to get the Let's Go Johto games, but they're going to be called Let's Go Togepi and Meryl, or Let's Go Espeon and Umbreon.
You bastard, that was mine.
I would kill for an Espeon and Umbreon.
So obviously, I'm not gonna say mine, but mine was Let's Go Umbreon Espeon for summer 2021.
So, and what I was going to say was it is going to come out this year, and since, like I said, since I didn't think that the Diamond and Pearl is going to be until next year, I was going to put this in the November category, and I was also included that this game is going to still include the post game of going to Kanto, because they can just use the same assets.
Yeah.
From the Let's Go.
Yeah. So why not?
Yeah, it's easy.
I mean, I don't have much more to this prediction as well either. My prediction was just going to be that it's coming. Mine, though, the only difference is mine is coming early 2022. For the Let's Go games. If just based on if I think we're getting the Sinnoh remake or remakes at the end of this year, I don't think they're going to do both of them in the same year. That's just my prediction.
I think they go crazy and do both.
It is the 25th anniversary.
I could see them doing it, but also COVID is a thing, and so work from home and everything. I could see maybe it getting delayed and something. And I feel like everybody wants the remakes of Diamond and Pearl so bad. Like, it's been talked about for a long time that I feel like they would prioritize that over the Let's Go game. That's just my prediction.
It's probably two separate teams, though, right? I'd imagine, because I'm assuming it's the Sword and Shield team supposedly working on Sinnoh, and then the working on Let's Go.
Yeah.
Well,
I agree.
It's also hard. It's hard because the Sword and Shield team, though, was also working on the expansions, which
the DLC.
Literally, the second DLC has only been out for 4 months at this point. So it's.
And
I'm wondering how many teams they have actually working on different things.
Not to say, like, I understand game development totally, but, like, I can't imagine the expansions took that much resources. Like,
they're not meaty in any stretch of the imagination.
Like, I know, like, redoing the designs for a lot of the Pokemon, they were missing that. I'm sure that took a ton of work, and, like, obviously, like, the new environments and stuff like that. But
at the same time, at the same time, they could have been doing those redesigns for the remake.
For the remake,
using the same assets.
Agreed.
Yeah, and also you brought up a great point with, like, if Kanto has to be in the game. Like, that's half the game done, except just changing the route a little bit and changing some of the dialogue.
Yeah, I would love either one of those games, but yeah, the Let's Go Johto sounds so cool. I loved the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee games, so
I think they're phenomenal.
Yeah, they were such a great nostalgia trip.
It was a great nostalgia trip, and
great
super
refresh.
easy to get shinies, which meant a lot to me.
Yeah,
yeah, and super easy to complete the decks.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. My turn. Next one.
Yep.
All right. So I'm trying to scroll through my list because we already talked about those.
Yes. Here's where it gets interesting.
Yeah, I want to decide which one I want to go with next to make sure that I don't. Okay. Well, so my first one was about Detective Pikachu the game. So I'm gonna go with the next Pokemon live action film being announced, but I don't think it's Detective Pikachu 2 just yet. Like, I don't think that if they announce a film or show a trailer or give us a release date or any kind of title card, I think it will be a film that's actually about a trainer. I think we'll finally get that. Because even when Detective Pikachu, I think it was like early 2019, before it even came out, they talked about how they had other live action Pokemon movies in the works.
Well, I think even after Detective Pikachu came out and after the success of it, they did mention, I remember reading something or some kind of headline interview, something that the next film was going to be a traditional trainer.
Yeah,
story.
And I think they've talked about doing a Detective Pikachu sequel as well.
I mean, they've confirmed there will be a Detective Pikachu sequel. So
I think that the first thing that they'll try to showcase, just to split them up a little bit, in my opinion, it would be similar to like how Star Wars will do their one-off movies in between, like Solo or Rogue One.
I mean, honestly, it could be the start of a new movie franchise for them. You know, the
Yeah.
Pokemon
Yeah.
cinematic universe starts with Detective Pikachu, and then we branch out and bring in some other
I mean,
characters.
Detective Pikachu does plant a lot of seeds for that. I mean, we get a
Yeah.
mention of Kanto. I mean, obviously, the big thing is that we get Mewtwo's origin story
Yeah, when
in
they
reference to the games. Like, it's
mentioning him escaping from Kanto 20 years
It's
ago for me
insane.
was the biggest nerd
That's the
moment, and
moment,
nobody
man.
else I watched it with understood
I
at all
know.
why I
You're looking
cared.
around the theater like,
I was the
why are you not
I was the
excited
only one that
about this?"
shrieked in the theater
I like
at
stood
that
up and
moment.
pointed at the one random dude that was there at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
with me. He did nothing. Yeah, that's
Yes.
my prediction though.
I do
It's
think that's
just-
like the hints of a PCU.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. uh, do you think we see any like footage or anything, or you think it's just like a title card, like similar to
So-
what Sonic 2 just did?
Like, yeah, something
That
like
was
that.
that
or
was kind of
at
my
most-
idea with Sonic 2.
At most, a
Similar
teaser.
to that.
At most, a teaser trailer, something short that and doesn't even like reveal anything about the plot. Like maybe you see like
A
if
hat
it-
going
yeah,
backwards.
a hat going backwards, or you know, I don't know, like a guy walking through tall grass, and then it shows a Pokemon, and then that's it. You know, whatever, it's something small.
Yo,
Hero
honestly,
attacking.
get the dude. Get I forgot everybody's name in Detective Pikachu except for Pikachu.
Justice.
The friend. No,
Oh, no.
the friend in
Oh,
the beginning.
yeah. I don't remember.
Let's follow him on his journey.
Why not?
Yeah, like let's get a prequel about him leading up to that, or even after.
No,
like,
even after, because he would. Oh no, he would be older.
It was funny. All I
they
could
were
think
like in
about-
their 20s.
I
They
can't
were in their
remember his
20s.
actual name, but I just think of him in Deadpool.
The
Yeah,
dude from
me too.
Deadpool, the
Yep,
cab driver
that's
from
all I
Deadpool.
could think of too.
Yeah,
Depinder? That was his name.
from,
Yeah.
in Deadpool. Yeah,
Depinder and Deadpool.
So for in terms of like what I think they'll show, I do think it would maybe be concept art, or like if they do any sort of tease, because I feel like if this is a real thing that's already started production or anything like that, we would have had some sort of cast leak, and we haven't. Like this
Sure,
seems like
yeah.
the kind of thing, because when Detective Pikachu was coming out, we knew that it was Ryan Reynolds way before, right? Like probably like 2 years before the
It's
movie
pretty
came out,
early.
or like a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
We knew that he was playing Pikachu.
I know
So,
there
unless-
was a little
unless-
time where we didn't know because everyone was hypothesizing
They wanted
Danny
yeah.
DeVito.
Yeah.
So, which would have
Still
made sense
the right choice.
because it's closer to the voice of the character in the video game, right? So,
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they could have just had the cast under wrap. So maybe a teaser, and like we'll see the trainer.
Even if
do
it's like
we
somebody
think-
picking up a Pokeball.
yeah, something
Do we
that
think
small.
it'll be-
That would be enough to get people really hyped.
Yeah.
Well, for this one, do we think it would be based on the anime or the games? Like, would it be Ash or would it be like Red?
I think
Or,
it's
like just a random trainer.
I think it's
think
an
it's
original thing. And
100%
maybe
agree.
like at the end. Well, I think original thing, but do they do an original region? That's the other thing.
Yeah,
with
that's what I
original
was
gym
curious
leaders and stuff like
about,
that.
because even now, like with the I Choose You, right? That's the Pikachu movie that's like a retelling, or
Hmm.
Yeah, that's the retelling.
so like they could do Kanto but have Pokemon from other regions and stuff like
Yeah.
that as well. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
and
could
I mean-
see it being that.
Can you imagine how hype it would
Doing-
be to do a new region and it first appear in the movie and then do a
Oh,
game based on that region?
I mean,
That would be insane.
yeah.
That
Like
sounds pretty cool.
if they do Kanto or something, they run the risk of upsetting fans who like say like, "Oh, Brock doesn't look like that. Misty doesn't talk like that. Blaine
Yeah.
doesn't have hair." Like things like that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's true.
I think an original, I think an original region would be cool because it would be surprising and like, but at the same time, going to Kanto and seeing like Rock unveil like Onyx for the first time or something will be
Oh my
hype as
God.
all hell.
Yeah, just that little tease
Either-
we got in Detective Pikachu of the Pokemon battle.
Yeah, like either way, I will. If my ideal film would be original region, original everything, keep the surprise, but we do get the end cap of like battling Red or battling Ash,
Something like that would be really
like
cool.
connect it like that.
Well, do you think it would be the movie itself? Because we're going to assume this is what, an hour and a half, 2 hours long. Do we think it's going to be the entire, like one movie is going to cover the entire region
That's an
and
interesting.
every gym battle, or are we splitting it up? Like, do we rush
Like-
through?
I can't imagine it being a great film if there's like you do the first gym and then like 2 through 7 or 8 are just it's just a giant montage,
Yeah, that would suck.
and then you're doing the Elite Four.
Well, because they did that with Pokemon Generations when they had the retelling of Pokemon Red
Yeah.
and Blue. They kind of like the
They
first
blazed through
episode was the first episode was like the first few gems or whatever, and then it like skipped through a bunch of them, and because it was only 4 episodes.
That's true.
I mean, all like
And I did love Origins, so I'd be okay with that.
Origins is great.
Origins. I
Yeah.
said Generations. I meant Origins.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I think they need to really massage the cast, the script, because I can't
gonna be
imagine
hard.
it's gonna be hard to adapt that to a film, to a 2-hour film.
Well, just as a quick off-topic thing, real fast, I watched the Mortal Kombat trailer today because we're filming this on the day the Mortal Kombat trailer
It's
came
so
out,
perfect.
and I was gonna say I watched it with my fiance, who she's not gonna watch that movie. She doesn't care, but she's like, for what they're going for, I think they're gonna nail it because like
So
they're just going
same-
for
dude,
fighting. Like
Same with
I could
Kelsey.
think-
Like
yeah,
Kelsey,
But-
I was like, I told Kelsey, I was like, yo, did you watch the Mortal Kombat trailer? She's like, I have no interest at all. I was like,
Yeah.
listen, let me show you for a second. And she was like, she was into it. She was super like,
Well-
yeah, all that film needs to do is be violent and
and
show fighting really cool.
and that's my thing with the Pokemon movie. That's where I was going with this, was that it just needs to show really cool battles. We need to see those key moments. Brock, Misty. We need to see what, like, I'm trying to think of like the main things we need to see. We would need to see Victory Road at some point. We would need to see Lance. You know, like we'd have to see those like key
Jesse and
moments. That
do we even
Yeah.
go
It just-
into Rocket? Like,
It
do they
feels like
just-
too much for one movie.
And
So
that's the thing
here's-
is,
here's my counter to that. Do they just announce like a HBO Max series?
and that was my thing too. I was gonna say,
I mean, I would
they do a
100% be on
live
board
action
for that.
series?
yeah,
Like
save the trainer thing for a series.
either that, or they would have to split. Like they'd have to announce, like, hey, this is Pokemon. I don't know, Pokemon. Whatever they're gonna call it, part 1 /
but
part
guys-
2, and then do.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's Detective Pikachu is WB, correct?
Yeah, it is.
So
Wait, was it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Why do I have,
it's
leg-
WB.
why do I have
It's
legendary
WB,
pictures?
It's both.
It is
WB
legendary,
and
okay.
legendary.
it's legendary and WB, but I mean WB has the Pokemon license, so like,
And that's
what if?
and it's on HBO Max. I'm pretty sure.
So
Like,
I
Detective
mean,
Pikachu's
I
already
think
there.
maybe because they did announce that like they do want to do a trainer story. They disclosed they want to do a trainer story. Maybe with the success of HBO Max, that shifted to a series. We're getting
Especially
a
with
Harry
the way
Potter series and stuff like that. So like,
the way theaters are too, it's like maybe they're just focusing more on going that route.
And-
And I know that Nintendo had talked with Netflix about doing, they had talked about doing the Star Fox / Legend.
Can we
I know.
take
I've
a
been,
quick timeout.
yeah,
A Star Fox claymation series.
no.
Why?
A
Why?
Legend of- yeah,
That would have been. That's my dream.
Yeah.
It was happening, but then somebody had a talk. And then Nintendo was like, "Oh no, somebody knows about this. One person knows about this.
Yeah.
If we can't surprise
Yeah,
them, we're
no.
not doing it.
It would have been perfect."
I know. That was, so my thought with that though is maybe Nintendo decided to go, reach out to, like you're saying, if they decided to go to HBO and pitch an idea there.
Well, the other thing is also, Pokemon Company and Nintendo are
They're separate.
they're
Yeah.
separate. Nintendo
Yeah.
has nothing to do with this.
That's true. That's very fair.
If I were trying to make a Pokemon movie, one, I probably wouldn't retread ground with Ash because it's been
Yeah.
done to death, right? So I would avoid that. But if I were going to try to tell a story in one movie, I might even set it up that it ends with him getting his first gym badge, and that's like the big
Yeah.
climax is the gym battle, and then everything else is just getting the Pokemon, training it up, getting some other Pokemon, and that leads to the climactic gym battle. I
Brock
think
is the main boss.
I now sold myself on this HBO Max series that every episode is a gym. What from
That'd
a
be rad.
film? Like from a film that sells like a contained story like Detective Pikachu told. Do a story about Rocket and like Giovanni
Yeah.
being the big
Like the
bad,
rise to
and-
power kind of thing.
or just like we follow a protagonist and like take the Ash story for example, like this protagonist who has make a new legendary Pokemon, who cares, like this, or the protagonist has a Cub Fu and Rocket and Giovanni really want it because it knows how strong Urshifu could get or whatever, and
Yeah.
Rocket steals it in the beginning, and the whole journey is trying to fight Rocket and get it back from Giovanni. The big bad at the end is a massive gym battle with Giovanni, and I don't know. I'm just spitballing now, but
A lot of options.
a lot of options. Oh my god,
They,
we spent, what,
they need to
45
make
minutes
more
on this?
Pokemon movies. They need to make more Pokemon movies. 100%.
They will absolutely make more Pokemon movies.
So I believe it's Mike's turn.
It is Mike's turn.
I'll bring it back to games for a second. There's two games I want. Well, there's multiple games I want to talk about. I'm gonna go with a bold-ish one. The Pokemon Origins collection will be announced. Will be the 3DS ports of Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal. People will be angry that they're not remakes or Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
I will be totally down for those ports.
If I can
Honestly.
get the
Bring it to
Pokemon out of
Switch.
that game and into Pokemon Home, I'm okay with it.
I bought Crystal version on 3DS because I never actually played Crystal version as a kid either. I know I just could never afford the third version of the games.
Cam Hawkins is gonna be really mad at me. Crystal also broken.
Is it?
The level.
I haven't played it. Yeah,
Once you get to the Elite Four, you are severely underpowered, and you are just.
That's
grinding
how
on
I felt
Victory Road.
about most of those games where you just like have to sit there and
Dude.
grind because your Pokemon are never strong enough.
But like in Crystal, after every trainer, no matter what, you fight every trainer in every gym, every trainer on every route, everywhere. You are severe. My team was, I think, I like averaged around like 45ish or like maybe 50.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
not good.
the first Elite Four in, I forgot who it is in Johto, like starts at like 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
just have to grind in Victory Road or do the technique of just like replaying the Elite Four over and over again. But
I mean, I'll probably get flack for this too, but I felt the same way with Soul Silver. I replayed through that recently, and I felt the same way towards the end of it. I felt underleveled. I think it was just a Johto thing in general because they had the two separate regions, so they were trying to like
to balance it for
they were trying to make it
So that you
weren't
wouldn't
too
be level
powerful.
100
Exactly.
going through Kanto.
Yeah, but I felt underleveled in that game too. It probably took me like 100 hours to finish it because of all the grinding I had to do.
Yeah, I mean, the dream would be like an actual like remake of those games. Like, I mean, that's been the dream forever, like a proper remake of Red and Blue and a proper Kanto remake. Even though we got it with Let's Go, but you know what I mean.
I could see I could totally see them announcing all those and being like, oh yeah, and like keep an eye out for since we're porting over Gold, Silver, and Crystal. Keep an eye out for Let's Go, whatever it ends up.
Because obviously making the ports for 3DS didn't stop them from then making Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee.
Oh yeah, no. I think especially because it's so complicated and convoluted to get Pokemon from those 3DS versions to Pokemon Home. I think you need to get those games. Pokemon fans want those original games for Pokemon Home.
It'd be so easy to just port those over too because you already have them on 3DS. Just
it can't be that
throw
hard.
that ROM on there.
Exactly, and it's not like that. Those games utilize the second screen. It's a one screen thing.
And they're gonna make them more. No matter how many people bought those games already on 3DS, they will rebuy them again. It doesn't matter. They were what, $10 or $20?
Yeah, they weren't
Something
super
like
expensive.
$10, I think, if that. And Nintendo clearly
I'll
proved.
rebuy them.
Yeah, I will absolutely buy them, and that's the point. Like Nintendo proved that like Nintendo fans are fine with cookie cutter ports that don't really do anything, as the 3D the Mario collection proved, and I absolutely adore 100%ing Mario 64 again. I don't care.
I 100% bought that, and so far the only thing I've played has been Galaxy, but I loved it because I'd never played it before.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I played, I 100%ed 64 again. I was like, and I started Sunshine. I was like, okay, I think I'm good for now.
Yeah, I'll get back to Sunshine eventually too.
Me too. But yeah, I think I don't think they're gonna touch them at all. It's just gonna be
direct
place them
ports,
on, and then fans are gonna be pissy for a week, but buy them anyway.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, so time for my next prediction, right?
Yes, go.
Yes.
So I also have a movie prediction. My movie prediction is that in addition to Secrets of the Jungle coming out this year, they will announce another movie that is centered around Kubfu and Urshifu, which will be kind of a Pokemon take on a Wushu film. So, like a Bruce Lee, kung fu movie centered on
That'd be rad.
Kubfu, and
you just sold me on that so hard.
And the title of it is Way of the Bear. That's my name.
Love it.
Guys, we should work for Pokemon Company. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Give me a job, Pokemon Company, please.
Give me a job, Professor.
I don't think there's any shortage of people saying, like, I have an idea for a Pokemon thing.
There's only three of us.
Yeah.
They're all
and we have the best ideas, even if anybody else did. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I
I'll
mean, did you
greenlight that
see Sword
HBO
and
Max
Shield? They
series.
cut
You kidding
out
me?
half of the Pokemon. I mean, obviously, we know what we're talking about. I love it. That sounds
That'd be
great.
great. Yeah, that sounds
Give me
fantastic.
more. I will watch every animated movie that comes out.
My feeling
Yeah.
with that is that they like to center the animated movies around legendaries, and we haven't gotten. They're doing that for whatever reason. Zarude gets a movie before any of the other legendaries that came out before him.
We don't talk about Zarude on this podcast, as I did not get a Zarude in that event, so it's a Pokemon we do not talk about. Yeah, I'm down for it. I could totally see that. Do you think it'll be this year or next year?
I was hoping it would be this year. It would be like at the end of this year.
So
when's the other one slated to come out in America?
Summer, right?
It's coming out this summer, but obviously it's already out. It's already been released in Japan. So
No, yeah.
So this will be one that will come out in Japan probably this year, and we might not get it in the States until next year.
That's a really good point. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, is that as well. I really hope we get that film on VOD this year.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Did they? So what do we know what their rollout plan is at all for?
I mean, they don't really
Jungle
talk.
one?
They didn't talk about it, but I mean, usually it's a Fathom event for theaters, and then
because that's how I saw.
Forever. That's how I saw I Choose You,
and then I end up renting it on Amazon Prime later.
I saw I Choose You and Power of Us, and then I bought I Choose You when it came out on Blu-ray, but I didn't buy Power of Us because I actually didn't really love Power of Us, but that's
it's fine.
Different. Yeah, it's totally fine.
Yeah, I saw both of them during a Fathom event, and then I forgot what the release was like for home.
They could easily
like it was a while.
They could easily do a Fathom at home event, like
that's a Fathom thing though.
Like, but that's what I'm wondering is, I guess it would have to be Fathom. I was going to say if they just.
I mean, unless they do what A24 is doing, like set up a virtual screening room.
Yeah, I could see that, but or just release it.
There are plenty of movies, like a lot of. I don't think none of the major theaters do it, so like this will be weird. But a lot of independent movie theaters do like virtual screening rooms. Like my old job, the indie theater around here, they do virtual screenings weekly. Like a lot of indie theaters do that, but granted, it's an indie theater. I don't think they're gonna show Pokemon. So,
I mean, they're not gonna show Pokemon.
This little indie movie,
the great indie movie, Pokemon,
Secrets of the Jungle,
the great indie protagonist Celebi.
Yeah, seriously, shiny
Celebi. It's true. It's even rarer.
Okay, so my turn then.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna switch it up just a little bit this time and talk about something we haven't talked about yet on our predictions. I think they are going to release a new 25th anniversary. So they're doing, I guess I'll back up a little bit. With the Pokemon trading card game, they have like very specific cards that are coming out, and they have the little Pikachu with the 25 on it. And I know that they're going to do some of the original cards, like reruns of those. They showed when this whole started, they showed like the Pikachu card and everything like that.
Yeah, it has the logo on it.
With the logo on it.
They're doing the booster packs also. The original booster packs.
So that was my prediction, is that they're going to do booster packs, but it's not just going to be the original run. Like, it's not just going to be the original 150 Pokemon, those cards. I think they'll re-release a bunch of the original cards because of the popularity of Pokemon right now and how everybody's trying to pull cards anyways. That they'll reintroduce a bunch of the older cards, like from Ruby Sapphire, from Gold Silver, from Red Blue. They'll just like re-release those original artwork cards so that people can actually get them again and not have to pay thousands of dollars to buy these cards online. So you can buy a $4 booster pack and get a chance of pulling a cool like original art Lugia or something like that, which is a beautiful card, by the way. If you haven't seen that card recently, look it up.
It's real cool.
So beautiful. So that's my prediction, is that they'll just do that, like probably in the fall or could be summer, but they'll do something like that.
Yeah, that's like, as folks can see behind me, that's kind of like the vinyl model of like, once first pressings are gone, they're gone, but represses happen all the time.
And people buy them.
Again, they pretty much already announced and showed that we are getting a lot of the original cards.
Yes.
But I would love to get more than just those original 150.
Yeah, like expand it to Johto and
because there's some really
Hoenn
cool
and stuff.
Yeah, and those are cards that even Hoenn at this point, God, it's gonna make me so old, but that's almost 20 years ago.
Yeah, it's a long
That
time
one
ago.
was a thing. So those cards too are 20 years old at this
Game
point.
Boy Advance.
With the little light you had to get on the top if you didn't
Oh
have
yeah,
an SP.
little squiggly light.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I had a magnifying glass light for my Game Boy Color.
I did
It was
too.
like this was the like if this is the Game Boy
Yep.
Color, it was
I
a separate
had it
thing that
too.
was like
You hooked it onto it, and yeah. I had that too.
awesome.
It was so
Sick.
great. But yeah,
The
that's
solutions
that's
we
just
came
my
up with.
that's my
Yeah, that was the
next
solution.
prediction. That's my next prediction though, is that I think that we're gonna get more than just that original.
More than just
set.
the original set. That's cool. I can see that.
Man, I have so many on my list, and I only have 2 left.
Yeah,
At the end of this,
I
I
have a bunch.
am gonna rattle everything off. I don't care.
Oh, good. Me too.
Yeah, same. I was thinking the same thing.
But for like official predictions, what do I want to go with? What do I want to go with? Dustin, do I want to go with like a something that's not going to happen, or do I want to go with Pokemon Snap?
Pokemon Snap is happening. I don't know if that counts as a prediction.
Yeah, you can't predict
Pokemon
a
Snap
game that's
will
already been
release
announced in April.
Pokemon Snap will offer a 2021 version of the Blockbuster printing service, possibly uploading via My Nintendo.
Okay, for real,
I can-
this was actually one of the, not. This wasn't on my list, but I thought about something along these lines when I was making my predictions. I totally could see that happening.
Because I think they dig in, being the anniversary, they dig into nostalgia, and Nintendo is really leaning into My Nintendo lately, especially with the Mario anniversary. Like they're offering the pins, and like they just released the Cat Mario keychain. Like they're bringing back the physical awards. So I do think like you upload your photos or whatever. You upload your photos, and with like however many platinum coins on My Nintendo, you could get an actual printout of it. If they don't do that, you bet your bottom dollar I'm going to CBS down the street and I am printing photos. I do not care. I am absolutely doing that.
Sir, can you take my Switch SD card and print these out for me?
I already have the plan. I'm going to tweet all of them. I'm going to save the photo on my phone. I'm going to go to CVS kiosk and upload that, and our photo, baby.
Mike is a problem solver.
Oh, yeah. And I'll paint the kiosk blue and put giant yellow letters on it for Blockbuster. That was the joke I was going for.
I'd be down for it. I probably wouldn't go do it, but I'd be down for them to do that.
I think I would do like one just for like nostalgia.
It's a good
like
promotional thing, though.
If they do the stickers, that would be freaking rad. But that's just extra production and stuff. But I think that would be so rad.
You could use the photos and order stickers from Amazon Photos.
That's it. Just partner with Amazon. It's easy.
Okay, so now I have another prediction, right? Okay,
Yep.
So
I think we have 2 more, right? This is the 4th one. Your 4th one.
This is my 4th one. So,
we have more. Okay.
As far as games, I've already predicted that we don't get the Diamond and Pearl remake until next year, and I've predicted that we get the Let's Go Johto games this year, and then obviously we're already getting Pokemon Snap. So that's a lot of games already in the window here. But I'm making a prediction for one more game. I am predicting that another kind of Pokemon RPG game will be announced and released, coming out this summer, which will be like a short window. But like we established when they did the Age of Calamity, they don't mind having a small window between announcements anymore for some reason.
For sure.
Yeah.
So I'm predicting something along the lines of Pokemon Ranger, because it's been a long time since we've had a Pokemon Ranger game, because they were all based around using the stylus for stuff. So that's why I'm not going to be as bold to say it's definitely going to be a Pokemon Ranger game, because they would have to come up with an entirely new mechanic, because there's no stylus on the Switch.
Right.
But it'll be something along those lines.
I can see that.
Yeah, I can see it as well.
Never played the Ranger games.
Me neither.
Me either.
Okay, there we go.
Someone did, because they made like 3 of them. So
yeah,
someone was buying these.
I mean, do you think it's a new, like, let's take Ranger for example. Like, do you think it would be a new Ranger game, or like what they did with Mystery Dungeon, remake the first Ranger?
So because they just did the remake for Mystery Dungeon, it feels to me like it's unlikely that they would do just another remake of the Ranger.
Another game.
So that's why
Yeah,
I'm leaning more
fair.
towards a new release. But the Pokemon Ranger, games were fairly popular, and certainly with kids, they were very popular. But then also they did that Pokemon Ranger movie,
Oh, right.
which was a unique movie in that it wasn't entirely focused on Ash. I mean, obviously, still involved, but
As always.
but so like the Pokemon Ranger property in the grand scheme of things for Pokemon is probably the second most promoted non-mainline game behind the Mystery Dungeon games. So if there,
what about Pokemon Snap? Come on.
this is the second one they've ever made, you're
The
gonna act
best
like
Pokemon game.
you're gonna act like they've put a lot of money behind Snap in the past. Come on, man.
Pokemon Snap is
The,
better than Pokemon Red. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
also,
Whoa.
the name that's insane. The name of the Pokemon Ranger film is Pokemon Ranger and the Temple of the Sea.
Yeah, it was all about Manaphy.
I thought you were about to
Fion.
say Temple of Doom. I was about to flip out.
Pokemon
Have you not
and the
seen that one?
Temple
I
of
actually
Doom.
like that one.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, that was a Gen 4 one, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm looking at the poster and it's got May and her little brother.
Yeah.
So it's like in between Gen 3 and 4.
Gen 4, yeah.
So like
Okay.
they were in the movie, but the movie was about the Pokemon Rangers. So
Yeah.
it was just kind of cool for a movie to not be exclusively about Ash's storyline. But yeah, so that's my prediction: a Pokemon, another Pokemon RPG type game. My money is on a Pokemon Ranger.
I can see it. I can definitely see it. All right, is it time for my next one?
It is.
Okay, I've got a couple different options here. I'm just trying to think of what would be the best one to go off of that.
The third one.
My third option?
Yeah.
I already talked about that one. It was the Pokemon movie.
But the third one that's left. So it could be the sixth one, could be the seventh one. I don't know. I can't see your phone right now.
You know what? That works because this is something I was thinking about talking about. I think the next Pokemon music event will be this summer. Because we have Post Malone doing a musical thing for Pokemon.
Post Malone doing a musical.
Post Malone. A Pokemon musical starring
You
Post Malone.
called it a musical thing. Dustin has been so alone in the pandemic, he can't remember the word concert.
What is a concert, Jeff? That is not a thing. You made that word up. I've never heard it before.
You said it before I
Breaks
did.
my heart.
No, you're crazy. So I think that the next concert though will be this summer, because as far as we know, it's just Post Malone performing this weekend. Do we know if anybody else?
I was going to say they did announce there would be more musicians.
It's going to be probably 5 or 6 musicians that are on the album. So I'd imagine Katy Perry is going to be part of this thing.
Maybe my prediction's not as good as I was hoping then, because I thought that they were going to. I didn't know if anybody else was performing, but I thought maybe they would do one in the summer and then announce the actual physical release date for the album.
Yeah, so they have not announced when the next concert will be. So like if you're saying that the next concert will be summer, that is still a valid prediction. Because
so my prediction would be that they would do another concert with additional artists. So artists that we don't know are going to be on there yet. And then that will be when they either announce the album or they'll release the album around that time.
So you're saying that during Pokemon Day week, they are going to announce a concert which will take place in summer.
Yeah, they'll announce like the next event that's taking place in early summer. But this is just to add on to that because I don't think they'll say anything about it during Pokemon Day. But I think that during the summer event, either that album is going to come out like right around then, or they will announce the release date for that album during that summer.
Just to piggyback off that, I'll just like one of my things, and I'll just not gonna be an official thing or whatever. But I wrote that the Pokemon Anniversary album is going to be officially revealed with this Post Malone thing, and that we will hear the Katy Perry song along with like a trailer with a few artists. So maybe it is like this concert, because I forgot it is more artists than just Post Malone. Maybe they have 4 or 5 people doing a quick thing, and they release or not release. Well, they could release them also. Release/perform the 5 or 6 songs that each specific artist is doing. That's what this concert is. And then maybe later on we do get another 6 for another live stream.
And if I could also piggyback off this again won't count as one of my official predictions, but I did have a note on this that I get the feeling that they're going to try to make this thing appeal to everybody.
Oh,
so we're going to, we've already got Katy Perry, we've got Post Malone.
Pop, hip hop.
So I'm predicting that we will have a country artist revealed.
Who do we think, though?
Blake
Taylor
Shelton.
Swift? No.
Blake
There's
Shelton.
no way we'd get Taylor Swift.
I give you a shoe-in just because this is what I've been saying on Twitter a lot. This is one of the most fascinating bands working today. One of the most fascinating mainstream bands working. I think Weezer's on this album.
I could totally see that, honestly.
You know who else
Weezer's
I
on
could
this
see
album.
being? You know who else I could see being on this album is Lil Nas X.
Lil Nas X is
Also,
probably
very
on this
good
album.
possibility. Yeah. So, like, what I had written was one country artist and one alternative band. So, I think Weezer would satisfy the alternative.
The
band.
alternative, yeah.
That would be hilarious.
I don't know if you've been following Weezer lately. Weezer's wild.
Yeah. They did a whole cover album, right? Recently.
That was one of last year's albums.
Yeah, they released
now
two at the same time.
They announced Van Weezer, which is going to be their Van Halen inspired album, which is coming out somewhere time in summer. But then a couple of weeks ago, they announced OK Human, which is a totally analog album, which came out the following week, and it's good.
Okay.
As opposed to a couple of years ago when they released like 2 or 3 records where like cover album decent, black album trash, white album great.
I don't remember which
wild.
ones are on. I liked End of the Game. I liked that song. Did you not like that one?
That's on Van Weezer coming out in summer.
Oh, okay. I liked that one, and
it's good.
I also liked the I can't remember. There was another one that was playing on the radio all the time that is escaping me right now.
It's called Africa.
No. Well, yes, that did play on the radio all the time. No, it was the one.
That Pitbull song in the hit movie Aquaman.
Yes,
That's what
exactly.
you're talking about.
The one where he played, where he sings about being an Uber driver and you better leave me a 5-star review. That song.
That's on the Black album.
Yeah, I liked that one. I didn't buy the whole album, but I did like that song.
I'm glad we had more to talk about the music because I totally thought this was going to be an out there. Like maybe I'm just crazy.
You got me on the show. Of course, I'm going to bring up the album at some point.
But I didn't know. See, I wasn't sure if we knew anything else about the album. Like
I made a prediction because Pokemon, when they made their announcement about Post Malone, they did announce there would be additional musicians. So that's why I was like,
oh, I'm an idiot. I don't think it'll be Blink-182, but I think Mark Hoppus will be on this album as well because Mark Hoppus is a massive Pokemon fan, specifically a massive Pokemon Go fan.
Okay.
I think Mark Hoppus is on here somewhere.
I'd be down.
Also a famous Twitch streamer now, which is freaking hilarious. I love it so much.
That's awesome.
Brings me joy in my life.
Okay, yeah, that's basically it for my prediction. I just think that we'll get some. We'll get something about
a summer concert where they will.
Yeah, they'll be like, and tune in this summer when for more music or something like that from the upcoming Pokemon album, whatever they're calling it, Pokemon 25th album. I don't.
I'm gonna piggyback off that one more time because this is one of my things, but I'm not gonna.
We haven't hit 2 hours yet. We got plenty of time.
It's plenty of time. Post Malone is going to be in a Pokemon game.
Oh my god!
They made the character model. Post Malone is going to be in a Pokemon game.
I could see it.
Why?
He was already Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Was he really?
I
know
he's the guy who says.
But...
He's the guy who says, "I think it's a Banksy."
Yeah. Oh my god! Really?
Yeah. They made the character model. I truly believe he is going to end up in. Could be a Switch game, could be a mobile game. I don't know what it is. He's going to end up in a Pokemon game.
What if he shows up in a Sword and Shield expansion at Pierce's gym or whatever?
I would not be surprised.
Oh my god!
I wouldn't be surprised if one of these months after we get our shiny Toxtricity, we go back to GameStop and get our shiny Post Malone to put in the game.
I just want to say, DJ in the chat says, "Youngster Post Malone wants to battle."
Oh, man.
So good.
Fight Post Malone in a raid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. What's your next prediction?
All right. I really love my Post Malone thing.
That's really good. I love everything about that.
An eShop exclusive Puzzle League successor or Pinball 3 will be announced.
Son of a gun! You took my pinball one.
That's good.
I believe Pinball 3 more than Puzzle League.
Do you not think they'll just those as well? Like,
I don't
just
think
put the
so.
game
I think
versions on.
pinball is going to be announced, but it's not going to be for the Switch. They're going to make it a mobile game.
Wait, time out. Is there? You said Pinball 3. Is there a second Pokemon Pinball?
Yeah, there was.
Yeah. Ruby and Sapphire.
Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind.
I have it in my living room.
Don't listen to me. I totally spaced that they did that.
Hold on, it might be right here.
Yeah, I think
this is Pokemon Cursed.
Oh yeah.
I think that it's that they'll, because they've been making such an emphasis on mobile games, especially with the Pokemon Company. I think that they make a new pinball game, but it's going to be on for smartphones.
I would hate that.
I don't think that they care.
So.
I know. I think if it is Puzzle League, I think Puzzle League is mobile.
Puzzle League definitely.
I would love it on. Or it could be. They've been doing both.
That's true. They have been doing both.
Simultaneous. I think for Puzzle League, I want triggers.
I just think that the pinball, the shape of the your phone is the right size, like rectangular shape.
Sure.
Whereas your Switch, not as.
I mean, Puzzle League. I keep saying Puzzle League instead of pinball. Pinball, Ruby and Sapphire is Game Boy Advance.
I mean, true, and like the screen has to like move with the ball.
It moves. Yeah.
But so I don't know. I think the real estate on a smartphone screen to me fits a little better with pinball. Although I agree, I would much rather it be on.
Can't you?
Console.
Wasn't there a certain game or something like that on Switch where you could actually turn your Switch sideways or something like
There's
that?
a bunch.
There's a bunch. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was gonna say you could just do that.
Downwell is one of them.
I've never actually
Garuga
seen anyone
is one
play
of them.
those like in person though.
I have a Switch mount for specifically to make it vertical. So it makes it vertical and the Joy-Cons go on the sides on like the top and the bottom of the Switch. Yeah.
What purpose?
To play game like I love Downfall from Devolver.
You got it for Downfall?
Downwell. Sorry.
Downwell. Yeah.
Machine Gun Kelly on the mind. Yeah, Downwell and like a lot of like there's a lot of like shmups on Switch that I like to play like that.
So
I mean,
that's cool.
If pinball does that, oh my god, I'm so in. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, because honestly, that's one of the things that I always like. I mean, granted, I was a young kid when the first pinball came out, but even then, I was a grumpy old man because I was like, I can't see what's happening at the bottom, so I can't prepare for when the ball comes back down because it's not all on my screen.
Old man, baby Jeff.
Old man Jeff.
No, but I was grumpy about it. I was like, I need to be able to see the flippers so I can tell that it's going to come down in the right path.
Pokemon Pinball was so cool though.
I loved Pokemon Pinball.
Oh, that's great.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's beautiful box art.
I mean, I would love a Pokemon TCG game again, except like you could already just play online.
I was gonna say I'd love for a Pokemon TCG on mobile because you can only do it on a computer or iPad. You can't do it on like your phone or something like that.
I would love a TCG on Switch, like that Yu-Gi-Oh game that came out.
Oh, yeah, that's a segue too. But that Yu-Gi-Oh game it came out on PS4 a long time ago, but this one is like that with every expansion, and I got that, and it's so fun. Like it's so fun.
I gotta grab that.
Through. It's so fun to play through, like all the nostalgic fights. But anyways, Pokemon podcast. But
real quick though, with the Yu-Gi-Oh thing, you could play with like different rule sets and stuff, right? You could play with like certain because I know since I've stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh,
there's different rule sets, and you can actually play through the story and use the decks of that character. So if you're playing as Yu-Gi, you can use his deck. But you can use a custom deck as well too. So you could build your own deck and use that to do the battles from the show.
I think I have my Fiend deck somewhere.
Oh, I bought some Yu-Gi-Oh cards before pandemic started that I haven't even got to use. I built a Cyber Dragon deck that I want to use. But
see, like the cyber stuff and like the syncing stuff, that's like over my head.
Zyger and I talked a lot about the Cyber deck, and that's when I decided to do a Cyber Dragon deck.
I stopped playing when around the time when Monster Reborn was banned from tournament play. I was like, screw this. That is BS. I'm out.
One of the best cards in the game.
Yeah. Anyways, Pokemon.
Jeff.
So yes,
Pokemon
is this my last? Is this my last one?
This is the last one. I definitely think we should go through our other ones for fun.
I mean, we will. We'll go through.
Yeah, we will. Whatever. Who cares? Last official one.
Yes.
If
for
you're
scoring.
Keeping score or any. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna keep score. Are you kidding me? By the way, did I tell you this is a pizza bet?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but for real, if you guys are up for that, I'm down.
I think if Post Malone is in a game, I automatically win. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I will buy you a pizza if they announce this week that Post Malone will be in a game. Doesn't matter what game. If they say Post Malone's in Fortnite, I will I will buy
Jeff,
you a pizza.
are you taking notes of the predictions?
No, but I am recording the show, so I can go back.
Wait, this is recorded?
Okay, so my last prediction, and this also comes with a clarification. So last week we talked about Pokemon Journeys at length, and
If
because
you haven't heard that episode, check it out. It's a good episode.
it was very good. I thought we had a great conversation about that. But part 4 is coming in March, and originally Netflix said announced it as the final episodes of Pokemon Journeys were coming. When you look at the Wikipedia, there's a part 5 that has aired in Japan that is not scheduled to release in March on Netflix. So I don't know if it was a deal where Netflix only had the rights until a certain date, and maybe they're pulling it for HBO Max. Who knows? But for whatever reason, at least according to the episode listings, it is not scheduled for a U.S. release yet. But of course, it has to be eventually. So, I believe that Part 5 will come to the United States, and I'm inclined to believe it will still be on Netflix. I just think maybe they haven't ironed out those details yet. But my actual prediction is that a second season of Journeys is going to be announced, called Pokemon Journeys World Coronation Series. You know how they always...
That's a good call, because I was going to say, what if it's just another series?
I think
another series,
because given how many episodes are left, and again, I haven't seen part 4, and I haven't, obviously I haven't seen part 5, so
I haven't started yet. I really need to.
Oh, it is pretty good.
I got to.
Episode 1 made me tear up. That's all I'll say.
I'll probably watch it tonight.
But
all of it.
There's just not enough time left for them to all of it. Jesus.
Jeff, you don't know my sleep.
It's only 36. It's only 36 episodes. He's got it. He's
got it. No time at all.
Honestly.
But so World Coronation Series, and I imagine that by the end of this first season of Pokemon Journeys, they will have not gotten to that part of the World Coronation, series. I think without getting too much into spoilers for Mike and for other people, there's a tournament, going on internationally, and trainers
Mortal Kombat
rank up throughout the series.
It always comes back to Mortal Kombat.
Based on their wins, they rank up into different classes.
The branding.
And so I'm saying that this second series is going to be when Ash makes it to the second to highest class, and then when he finally gets to the top tier.
So 7th grade.
Yes.
Yeah. He'll finally be 11 by the time this show ends.
Finally.
Feels like this him being 10 years old has been going on for 20-something years.
And my Gatorade get hype moment for this is they announced that they're done with Ash, and that after this next series, they're going to start with a new protagonist.
That'd be awesome.
In our episode last week, we talked about how we felt that should have been what they did with this series, was just done away with Ash.
I mean, maybe they're doing that with the new friend who I haven't met yet, with the Score Bunny.
Go.
Yeah. Mr. Pokemon Go.
He can go away if it was up to me.
Jeff's a hater. Go.
When Jeff was doing his original pitch, I'm sure Stream caught it. I had a come to Jesus moment for a second. What if what if they announce all the Pokemon anime is coming to HBO Max?
Oh my god.
God, that would be a heaven sent. Because Dustin and I are definitely going to do an episode about Pokemon movies, and I'm going to need to rewatch those.
Just all the Pokemon movies. Oh my god.
So I actually, before Detective Pikachu came out, the movie, I had been recollecting some of the movies. I have the steelbook for 1, 2, and 3 that came out on Blu-ray. Oh yeah, I love it. And then I bought DVD copies of, it came with Pokemon Forever, Pokemon Heroes, Pokemon Jirachi Wishmaker, and Pokemon Destiny Deoxys. So I bought that and a set. And then they had another steelbook set that was 4 of the Diamond and Pearl movies. So nice. I was slowly collecting all of the movies.
Yeah, I only have that steelbook nowadays because
I rewatched Pokemon 2000 the other day. I needed to feel something again,
I'm a snob when it comes to physical stuff. It needs to be steelbook and it needs to be Blu-ray. So until they reissue all of them on Blu-ray and give it a fancy steelbook, I'm not going to purchase it.
I think that's fair.
Says the person who just bought the 8 Saw films.
Right before I saw your tweet about that.
It was like I think they just put him on HBO Max. Also, I tried to cancel it, but they didn't. It just like I
it was
own all the Saw films now.
A friend of mine texted me the other day. He's like, "Hey man, I got all the codes for the Mummy movies. Here you go," because he doesn't do digital media. And I was like, "Cool, I'll take them." And then they were on HBO Max like 2 days later. How did they know?
But Jigsaw, since it's technically not a Saw film, not on HBO Max, so suck it.
Oh.
So it was a worthwhile investment after all.
Hey, I think it was $15 for all 8 of them. I'll take it.
That's not a bad deal, anyways.
I think maybe the 4th or 5th Saw was the last one I saw. Saw.
The Saw franchise is the Kingdom Hearts of the film industry.
Another bold take from Mike Towndrow.
Oh my god! Try watching all the Saw films. It's wild.
I will not.
It is. It goes places, and it does not make sense. Jigsaw dies like 7 times in that franchise.
I get the comparison. All right.
That's it. My prediction is done.
Okay.
So Dustin.
So this is my final one, huh?
Final official one.
Okay. So this is also okay. I can't do a predictions thing without bringing up Detective Pikachu 2, the movie, because Detective Pikachu, the movie, is one of my favorite films of all time.
Yep.
So I think that they will announce Detective Pikachu 2, but they won't say, like, we won't see anything for it. It'll just be, hey, it's in the works. The cast is back, yada, 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 whatever. So no trailer, no release date, nothing like that. Just it's in production. I don't know if they'll actually say what the plot is, but my bold prediction, and this goes based on something that Mike said, is that this movie is going to be Tim's first mission as like a detective, because at the end of Detective Pikachu, spoilers, he talks about trying, like, giving the detective thing out a try, and it's going to be him, his dad, and Pikachu trying to take down Team Rocket. And that's based on your
cool.
That's based on your Giovanni thing. I think Giovanni is going to be the big bad of the movie, and they're going to be trying to take down because they're stealing Pokemon, and that's going to be the whole thing, is that Team Rocket's stealing Pokemon. They need to try to stop them.
Sounds good to me.
Again, no release date, nothing else other, just Detective Pikachu 2 is in the working title, whatever they can call it, whatever or they can do a 2 with tails on the end of it, just like
Project Triangle Strategy working title.
Project Octopath Traveler.
I think they not burn the bridge, but like they burn the bridge with Mewtwo, and I don't think Mewtwo will be back in a sequel. But what if we see armored Mewtwo with Giovanni? You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
God. Let's go, man.
Even do you think it would be like a flashback or something like that?
Flashback.
They could show like.
I would love. Oh my God, I would love some sort of flashback that makes the first movie canon in this like cinematic universe.
Oh my God, that would be so cool. But yeah,
like just Mewtwo remembering, like, yeah, I owned a mansion back in the day. It was weird. That was a dark time in my life.
Kidnapped a woman.
I almost drowned 3 children. It was weird.
Yeah, that's just. I think it feels like it's been enough time to where we should hear about this movie.
I
know it's a thing. Obviously, productions on things have been stalled or delayed completely. Whatever.
Can I give you a hype ass teaser trailer?
Yes, please do.
Title sequence, whatever, very similar to the Sonic.
Close my eyes.
Certainly
couldn't hurt. Be black. It's just gonna be dark. I mean, you can if you want. It's whatever, darkness, whatever. Maybe we hear some sound effects. It's a nice soundscape happening. We hear the city. Maybe hear some Pokemon noises, screeches, whatever. And we hear a voice. I don't know what the line of dialogue would be, but we hear a voice that's very reminiscent of Meowth, and then we just see the title sequence.
Oh my God,
could be good.
I would love it.
I'd like to make talking Meowth canon as well.
I thought you were gonna say we hear a voice and it's Danny DeVito, and he actually is in fact Pikachu in this movie.
I want Danny DeVito to make a freaking cameo.
He has to, right?
Small little.
At this point, he just has to. He could be Meowth.
Oh my God!
Actually, yeah, he could pull
Danny
off Meowth
DeVito
pretty well.
as Meowth.
He's the right height.
We need like John Leguizamo
Danny
or something,
DeVito's doing the mocap.
Brooklyn. We need like a Brooklyn homeboy, you know, like John Leguizamo or.
Side note: I can't believe Meowth wasn't in Detective Pikachu. Like of all the Pokemon that they chose to be in that movie,
Well, Detective Pikachu, like one of my, I think one of the film, like the film is masterful and it's one of my favorite films of all time. Of course, a big criticism I have of that film is that there's not a lot of Pokemon in it, and they
there's a
recycle
certain
lot
point
of the
in
same,
that movie.
like,
There's a certain point in that movie where you realize you've seen every Pokemon. Like you're like, oh, that was it. That was the last Pokemon I'm going to see in this movie.
Yeah, and like I think hopefully in the next one they kind of like expand it a little bit, but I think that's a reason for that, and I think a reason because I do think they do save Meowth for a voiced Pokemon.
I could see that too.
With spoilers, Ryan Reynolds not being inside Pikachu anymore, that sounded really bad.
I didn't want to say it.
With that plot point being burnt, like I don't think unless they have a thing of like they have to call Mewtwo and it's like, oh Mewtwo, you got to put Ryan Reynolds back in Pikachu. I don't want that. So I think we do have.
I don't want that either.
So I do think we have to kind of have a voiced Pokemon in this, just as some sort of like fun conflicty thing.
Yeah,
because also Mewtwo, I don't think I really don't think they're going to bring Mewtwo back.
No, and do you think it would still be called Detective Pikachu if he's not talking anymore? Like, because it's still a good name.
Well, I mean, the implication in the first movie, the first movie, it was implied that the Pikachu did help him, solve
exactly.
crimes.
He was just partner Pokemon.
Yeah,
so like, I think it is Detective Pikachu.
I think it will still be Pikachu solving things and like helping out and being a cute partner and stuff and like figuring out. Like, there's going to be a scene in the movie where let me pull that out also. There's going to be a scene in the movie where Tim and his dad can't figure out something, and then Pikachu's going to be like blatantly pointing at it on the ground or something.
Yeah. Like electrocute them, like, the whole like Ash thing where he shocks them to show.
Show Ash sacrificing himself in real time. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Show me the mansion.
Yeah. Just give me a live action.
Okay. Just give me a live action first movie,
Because that's what we need is another remake of the Pokemon.
I want to see Mewtwo strangling children in live action form.
Give me that PG-13 rating.
That hard PG-13.
The part in the movie where Mewtwo throws the Pokemon into the fountain, it's like instead of just throwing him, he snaps his neck first and then throws him into the fountain.
Force choke before throwing him in. So again, my base prediction would be just announcing the film, and just
acknowledging that it's real.
But my get hype moment would be for them to actually reveal a little bit about the plot, or do a teaser, just shows any sort of teaser would be cool. Yeah, so that's my final prediction for that.
I only got 2 left because I've been sprinkling them in. So, but for my official one, I'll go. I'm going for points here, and I hate that this is probably going to happen. This is word for word in my notes. Another dumb mobile game like Scyther's Barbershop will be announced, and we won't hear about it again until at least Pokemon Day 2022.
Give me a Scyther's Barbershop right now. Scyther in a game, give me it. I'm all in.
We're gonna get another dumb mobile game just like Pokemon Sleep and never hear about it.
Okay,
that's the
ever
thing.
Again.
Let me give you the pitch on Scyther's Barbershop. It is Fruit Ninja, except you're Scyther, and instead of cutting,
it's in Pokemon
fruit,
Stadium, right?
It's hairs.
Yo, give me Stadium with those mini games.
Isn't it Pokemon Stadium or whatever where you cut the logs?
The logs, yeah.
So just to piggyback off of that real quick, because one of my predictions that I didn't mention was that Pokemon Sleep is still a thing. I literally wrote that as well too, and it will be surprise dropped right after the event.
Great.
So
just to get it out there,
Post Malone is in Pokemon Sleep. That's why it's been delayed.
He's in the toothbrush game, so he's inside your mouth.
Great. He's running in circles inside your dreams.
So let me just rattle off my other predictions, and I probably should have done some of these are probably more reasonable than others. One of them, a new line of Pokemon Amiibo is announced. Which wouldn't be too surprising there, but there really aren't that many Pokemon Amiibo.
Well, we only have the Smash ones other than Detective Pikachu.
Right. So they finally have a line of Pokemon Amiibo, and they would be used. They basically would have mystery gifts inside them to get items in the game.
Can I call a timeout for a second again?
Yeah. What's up?
Do you remember when there was rumor that we're gonna get Star Fox Zero amiibo, and at least one person on this planet was overjoyed and happy about that.
I
And
mean,
then it didn't
there
happen.
was two. I'm also
There's
a
two,
big Star
DJ
Fox
also.
fan.
Oh, and Jeff. Yeah, there you go.
What's
That's
Star
true.
Fox
DJ,
Zero?
yeah, DJ's
I've
also
never
a
heard
big
of
Star
it.
Fox fan. Boo Dustin.
Yeah. Star Fox Zero. The only great thing that came from Star Fox Zero is the 17-minute anime that they dropped. It's fantastic. It's still on YouTube. It's phenomenal. Please go watch it.
I never got Star Fox Zero, but I love Star Fox 64. I played Star Fox Assault. I played what's Star Fox? What's the one?
Star Fox Adventures.
Is that the one?
Dino Planet.
Yeah, that game was great. Yeah, that game was great. That game doesn't get enough credit.
The flying missions in Star Fox Adventure, awesome, incredible. Developed by Rare.
That's true.
You know that?
Huh. I did not know that.
When I said Dino Planet, that was the original game that it was going to be,
was...
and then they reskinned it for Star Fox.
Yeah, I liked that game. I remember having.
Dude, I've been thinking about, or I'm like very close to pulling the trigger on getting a GameCube again.
I have a GameCube.
We have a Wii somewhere, but I don't want to hook up the motion sensor and all that crap.
Sure. I've been thinking about replaying through Pokemon Coliseum because I never beat it.
So Coliseum is one reason I want to do that. I really want to replay Star Fox Adventure, and I really want to replay the criminally underrated, underplayed F-Zero GX, which is a top tier Nintendo game.
Mike is a man after my own heart.
F-Zero
GX is one of my all-time favorite games.
Is a perfect video game.
It is hard. It is the Dark Souls of racing.
So hard, but it's so good.
I've never played an F-Zero game. Also, if anybody out there has a copy of Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness and would like to send it to me, let me know. I would love to try that game too. It's really hard to find.
Okay.
Yeah, F-Zero GX is also really hard to find. It's very pricey on the aftermarket. I was doing some research.
Yeah. Pokemon Coliseum itself, luckily I still have a copy, but that's a pricey game well.
Let me throw out these other predictions real quick. You guys can tell me what you think. In addition to the partnerships that they have already announced, which include Build-A-Bear and General Mills, McDonald's, and Levi's.
Yeah, I was going to say, is there a Levi's one?
Yeah. So in addition to all those that they've already announced, they will announce another new partnership with something bizarre, like an automobile manufacturer or a company that makes Mercedes. Like appliances.
I was going to say, do Lincoln and just have Matthew McConaughey sitting next to Pikachu.
Sitting next to Pikachu in a car. My in my head, it's Volkswagen, and they bring back the Pikachu Beetle.
Oh God!
And or like I said, or someone who makes appliances, and you're going to get like a toaster that is Pikachu themed.
I mean, legit. Going back to the cars, I mean, we do get Call of Duty Jeeps every now and again.
Yeah, that's why it is totally possible.
Well, I've seen one out in the wild once. It was weird.
Mario Kart had like the Mercedes deal or thing as well too, where they had Mercedes and Mario Kart.
So a car dealership to coincide with Pokemon Snap, where you could drive a Mercedes in Pokemon Snap.
That's what the vehicle is that you ride around as a Mercedes.
That's the Zero G, the Zero M.
Another prediction I had was a new Pokemon fighting game is revealed. This time it's a 2D fighter, similar in style to Dragon Ball Fighter Z. So
like looking like the anime a little bit?
Looking more anime.
I don't mean to be that guy, but it's Dragon Ball Fighters.
All right, dork.
Okay, thank you.
I'm a Dragon Ball super fan here, all right? Leave me alone.
Goku's and...
Okay, but so there was that.
I would love Pokken too.
I was gonna say I didn't write it down, but that was one of my predictions I was gonna put
I would
down.
only buy another Pokemon game if they had significantly more Pokemon in it. Because the roster was just not deep enough.
I thought the first game should have been even just like all of Gen 1 or something like that. Like that would have been cool.
Yeah, but just imagine the movesets. That's like all of the moves that they've come up with for Super Smash Brothers. All those characters.
For the style of game it is, like I thought the re-release on Switch with the DLC was a decent roster.
You're going to tell me that Chandelure was a good Pokemon to have in that game?
I think it was an interesting choice.
Listen. But if it is a more like 2D, like what Jeff is pitching, I think there you could put like, not maybe all 151, but you could get up there probably.
Yeah, I think you could get a lot more options with that.
Yeah, I mean Dragon Ball Fighter Z isn't it Marvel vs. Capcom clone, essentially, where you could tag folks
Yeah.
in. Yeah,
Yeah, well,
that would be awesome.
what I was gonna say too is Dragon Ball Z, the Budokai, like all the old PS2 games. There was one Tenkaichi 3, and that game had like 100 and something characters in it. It was just an insane roster of characters, like 100, probably between 120 and 150. Wow. So they could do that with Pokemon too.
Counterpoint: if Pokemon's not gonna put their entire Pokedex into Sword and Shield, they're not gonna do it for a fighting game.
What?
100% correct, Mike.
No, but even if they did like just enough of a, because I agree. I thought when I first got it, I got it on Wii U. That was one of like the few games I had on Wii U because I didn't invest in my Wii U, honestly, just because I was afraid.
Just so I can say it on another podcast, also the Wii U is better than the Vita. Just that's where Kyle stays.
I knew you were gonna say that, and I mean I
already agreed with Mike on his stream about that.
Thank you.
I had better games.
Yeah. Pikmin 3, Pokemon
exclusives.
Let's go, dude.
I did have one more that I could throw out.
Go ahead.
One more prediction that I was going to throw out.
I only have 2 left over as well.
Yeah.
So
I wrote a crap ton. So after Shining Fates and Battle Styles, which comes out in March for the cards, my prediction was that there would be at least one more expansion announced, if not 3 more announced during this week. And they would be spread across the rest of the year, and they would be stylized because they tend to again like match them with thematically with the legendaries of the games, and we haven't had Galar stuff yet, so we would get one that was all about the Regis, and I predicted that the title would just be something like we would have the word Titans in the title, and then they'd have one that's the big
Titans
gets
Clash or something
like that, yeah. And then there would be one with the Galar legendary birds called Legends Reborn, and then a third one all about Glastrier and Spectrier called something like Freezing Shadows because they love those weird like Mike, on the nose names.
Speaking of those, Mike, did you play the second expansion? Because a lot of those Pokemon that he just mentioned were in that expansion.
I started it and then something else came out.
Okay, because I was like, pretty much everything he just mentioned were like Pokemon that came from that second expansion. So I just wanted to make sure. I was like, I don't know.
I'm currently I'm 20 minutes into it. Like I just made it to the town.
Okay, there's some cool new legendaries that get introduced. The new types for the birds is super weird though. Like it is very weird.
They're weird typings for that.
Yeah,
but they look cool.
Isn't Zapdos a fighting type now?
I believe that's correct, yes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's super weird. They do look really cool, though. And then the new
Articuno was dope.
Yeah.
The Galar Articuno.
What Reggie did you go with, Jeff, and yours? Because you can only choose one.
Yeah, I went with the Dragon type Reggie.
I went with the Dragon as well.
But I, of course, immediately on Pokemon Home, just started trading off shinies until I could get the other one. I'm already forgetting the other one typing. The other Reggie.
Yeah. It was Dragon,
the electric
one. Yeah.
Yep.
The electric one looks super cool though.
Yeah.
So I like it.
So those
I can see those.
Those were my predictions.
Yeah, I don't think the only way I could see that not happening is if they threw in any of those into the the Fighting Styles one or.
Oh, I suppose it's true. The for the one that's coming out with Urshifu.
Yeah, what was it called again?
Battle Styles.
Battle Styles. That's it. I was like, I swear I had it somewhere. Yeah, I mean, I could see them doing new sets later on as well. I think the cards are so popular. I think even the Pokemon Company addressed recently. They're like, we understand that there's like we're having demand issues. We can't meet the demand of the cards and everything like that. So it'd be cool if they just put out a bunch more so people had those options to go buy them. I could see them doing those sets. I have 2 more as well that I will just go off of real quick. And I'm actually going to start with this one because it kind of ties a little bit of that since we're talking about a lot of those legendaries. I think we'll see a new legendary Pokemon announced.
I could see that.
It's been a while. We got those new Pokemon for the expansion, but there hasn't really been a new legendary that they made a big deal about.
Like a standalone kind of.
Yeah, it's not like a Zarude or like a...
Exactly.
What Zeraora, like one of those types of Pokemon. And it will not be a Galar region Pokemon. It'll be the next generation Pokemon.
Yeah, like Meltan or whatever.
Yep, it'll be like the first next gen Pokemon that we're just getting like a peek of what they have in store.
Okay.
I could see them either making a big deal out of it, like oh my god, here's the next new Pokemon. You could get it wherever. Make a big deal out of it, or they hide it during like the Post Malone performance.
Post Malone is the new legendary.
Post Malone's the new legendary. No, legitimately, I think because like things like when they introduced like Galar like Ponyta and stuff, like even though it was like obvious, but like they set up that live stream,
They
like
hit
who
it in
can
the
you
live
see?
stream. Yeah.
I think
I
you
can see that.
can like have like a shadow of something, or like even something going back to the first episode of the anime, like how Ho-Oh is just teased.
God, remember nobody like you're like, is that a
dude,
Firo?
Yes, we
how
all thought
insane
it
was
might have been a
that?
Firo.
I remember like more recently, like in recent years or whatever, like revisiting, and because I have the Indigo League box set.
Yeah,
the
I have that
box set. Dope. And watching the first episode, I was like, oh my god, I forgot they have Ho-Oh in this. It's wild.
Almost it's like MCU level of like setting up future things you just didn't even think about at the time. Like
I just don't know
It's
how you
almost
guys
like
didn't
MCU.
tell everybody about it, like all the time. Like I'd be
Yeah.
telling
Well,
everybody.
and that's a big point of that the remake or the I Choose You movie is that they kind of go
They
off
lean
of
into
that
it
a lot. Yeah, they
which is
lean
really,
into it.
it's
and
a great concept.
That movie was so good. I'm sorry. I
love
it.
that movie.
Yeah, it was great.
Pikachu talking sorry. Pikachu talking destroyed me.
It didn't destroy me as bad as it did a lot of other people, because I always just in my head canon it was Ash. It was fine because Ash always like seems like he could talk to Pikachu.
Yeah.
And it was Ash just fine. It was like us hearing what Ash hears. Like,
oh no,
that's
just exactly what I thought. But just hearing Pikachu's voice and that
it was funny.
That
let's be real. It took you out of the moment.
I cried.
It was super weird.
I cried.
So that's my prediction that's my first prediction that I had that's not on here. And then another one that I had was also just, it kind of piggybacked off something earlier that was brought up, but I think they'll announce a new Pokemon Mystery Dungeons game.
Nice.
Okay.
I think with the remake, it was to gauge
interest.
To gauge interest of it and see if because that could be one of those things where they're like, well, if people aren't interested in this, then we'll just put this game on the back burner and not do anything with it. I don't know how well those games sold, or the Mystery Dungeon game sold, or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I could see them announcing a new one and that being their. I thought I had a date for this one. I don't think I do, but I think my prediction was something probably a September, August or September type.
Okay.
Type for that game, just kind of get it out there. If people want it, they'll get it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think that was it. I'm trying to look through my list, and I don't think I have any other.
Okay. Mike, did you have any others, or should we move on to our last segment?
I have one more.
Go for it.
My final one that I didn't mention is Pokémon Company will announce a collaboration with Vans similar to the Nintendo collaboration. So sneakers, snapbacks, bags, etc.
Okay.
I can
totally see that.
See that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would be really happy about that, because I went and looked at the Levi's options. Nothing in my size. They apparently Pokemon fans are all smaller people.
Vans traditionally not big people friendly, especially the shoes. I love Vans shoes, but they don't fit me. I have a wide foot.
I have a wide foot as well.
It's annoying. But I have the Mario Vans t-shirt. Fits beautifully, feels great. They make 2XL, which I'm very happy about. But
that was the highest that Levi's had, was 2XL stuff. So if you're interested, you should check them out. They had some decent looking stuff.
Jeff, you mean to tell me that this Misty outfit that I'm seeing right here on the Levi's X Pokemon thing does not fit you?
I'm telling you, it doesn't fit. I know I've lost a lot of weight, but still, I can't fit into Misty's shorts.
That was a sentence that was just said.
I'm looking at the Levi stuff now, but as this is loading, the Pokemon Uniqlo stuff, wasn't a fan, and also Uniqlo doesn't really fit super well. This Levi stuff, it's fine. I
love
guess.
any of it, honestly.
I just like the fleece hoodie. I think that's the only thing on there that I really liked, because it's simple. It's just a fleece hoodie with a Charmander on it, or you can
I literally just got to that one, and I agree. And then there's this one. over here next to it, it's got this really stupid looking Pokemon on it. It's really weird. It's like
Is it
I think it's
Grookey? Are you about to
Eevee.
make? Oh, you're making fun of Eevee. Okay, it had to be one of the Pokemon I love. I'll tell
But
you what the
like,
missed opportunity is with Levi's. They should have done yellow jeans, and on the back pockets are 2 red dots. So it's like you have Pikachu's cheeks on your cheeks.
I mean, legit, who the hell is wearing this green jacket and green jeans with just like Snorlax and Gengar?
I'll
And
tell
it's-
you.
Yeah,
Someone
It's
going to the
also-
Kind of Funny prom would wear that
But,
sort
like,
of thing.
Sure,
the all,
yeah.
the all denim like jacket with Pikachu just
Like-
right on the back.
Even like the jeans, like I'm not a fan of those like printed jeans. Like,
Yeah, I don't.
so-
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't love any of this.
I think some of those printed
So-
jeans would look better for women.
sure,
than
yeah.
they do
And
for
granted,
men.
I think they are all women's jeans. I'm sure.
No, some
Oh,
of
well,
those-
no,
some of those
this
are-
dude is
Is
this dude's
men's.
wearing Pikachu jeans, okay, and a Pikachu denim jacket. Like, yeah, this is very reminiscent to me of the Uniqlo stuff, and like I wasn't a fan of it, and the Nintendo Van stuff is so cool.
Yeah.
And I regret not getting more of it. Like, I have a snapback also. It's just the Mario blocks spelling out Vans with a little Mario running through the level.
That's really cool.
It's so cool. So I think Vans could do some really, really, really cool designs with this kind of stuff, and I'm going to buy all of it. I'll even buy a pair of sneakers for like a future child or something. I don't care. I'll guess the size
He'll fit into it eventually.
eventually.
Now I'm looking. Oh man, these Legend of Zelda Vans. Kidding me?
Yes, they are rad. Yeah, it was Zelda, Mario, and Donkey Kong stuff. So I think they
That's
would
really
kill it with Pokemon, and
I agree. I think
would
that's
love for that
that would be
collaboration
really
to happen
cool.
one day.
And like I said, I am anticipating them announcing some more partnerships.
Oh, yeah, for
especially for this
sure.
25th anniversary. So, all right. Well, so our last segment is rank that Pokemon. So
We still need a.
we need a
that.
jingle if you want to help us with that, Mike. Let us know. But anyways, so Dustin, do you remember our list so far?
So our list so far is Rookie D's number 1, Hariyama.
What?
Because we're doing them one at a time. So and it's random.
Okay.
So we'll rank the Pokemon and we do a random number generator. And I swear, so the number generator that I did was 69, and I was like, we're sticking with that because that was perfect. But anyways, yeah. So it's Rookie D, Hariyama, and then
Delibird.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Rookie D, I misheard. Rookie D's rad. Okay, I approve
Yep.
of that being number 1. Never mind.
So Pokemon number 69, nice, is Bellsprout. So I'm going to throw up the Bulbapedia page for Bellsprout here on our screen real quick, so that everyone can get a good look at Bellsprout in case you forgot what he looks like.
Oh, I see this.
What is
Mouth.
Bellsprout?
This gaping mouth.
So let's talk Bellsprout real quick.
Oh,
Yeah.
Can I be real? Can I be like totally frank with you guys?
I would be insulted if you weren't.
Bellsprout's dumb.
Okay, 100%. This is one of the
Bellsprout's
worst of
really
the original
dumb.
150.
The whole line in general, like I like Victory Bell, but I always thought this line was super weird.
I mean, yeah, I like Victory Bell's fine.
To
Victory
be
Bell's
honest
real
with me, did
dumb
either
in
of
the
you guys
anime. Just
ever really
screaming.
use Victory Bell on your team in the
No.
original games?
Because
Yeah.
I didn't want to use Bellsprout.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I don't want to use Weeping Bell either.
It depended on which version you were playing, because the other one got the Oddish line. So you either got Bellsprout or you got Oddish.
Vileplume is so much
And
better.
Vileplume is
than
much better.
Victory Bell.
Oh my god, yeah.
The best thing about
Bell-
Bellsprout's line was that eventually, when it evolved, it ate James in every episode.
I was
of
gonna
Pokemon.
say I did
Sure,
like
yeah.
Jesse
It's a good thing.
James.
Yeah, again, I think Victory Bell is dope. I think it's a cool design, but again, like if you're playing in the games, Vileplume, a much better option.
Yeah.
Much stronger.
So that's kind of how we rank these as well too, Mike, is we'll go based on like what they evolve into has an effect on how we feel about them. And it's a 5-star rating, and there's, we're doing like you can do like a 0.5 or stuff like that. Because
Yeah.
I think even our number 1 is like, doesn't Rookie D, it's like a 3.5.
3.5 is what we gave Rookie D, because Rookie D's the best thing about Rookie D is
Corviknight
that
is
it becomes
amazing.
Corviknight.
Corviknight's dope.
Rookie
So.
D is good, but Corviknight is great, and that's why Rookie D's only got a 3.5, but we ended up.
So
ranking
Bellsprout. Well, I was going to say, if Bellsprout became something that I liked more than just Victory Bell, I feel like it'd be higher for me. But for me, I think that Bellsprout's
and in terms of competitive, I don't think any of us are competitive players, as we've said before. But Bellsprout is not a Pokemon used in competitive. I'm not even sure Victory Bell is a Pokemon that anyone would use in competitive.
Yeah.
There's just not a lot to love about it. It's goofy looking. It's also annoying in Pokemon Go that it always spawns super close.
Yeah.
So you can't get the curveball great throw on it because it's too close.
I didn't think that a Gen 1 Pokemon for me would be like the first one where I'm like, this is like a 2, or like it's just like a really like.
It's not like offensively bad. It's just nothing interesting about it. It's literally a twig.
He's just bland.
It's worse Groot.
With a dumb little face. No nose. His nose is his mouth. It's weird.
Yep. It looks like something from Plants vs. Zombies.
It does.
I know this came out before that,
Absolutely.
but it totally looks like something from Plants vs. Zombies.
I mean, so I think for me, you hit the nail on the head.
I think it's 2.
This is a 2 for me.
2, yeah.
Okay.
So basically now we rank it, and where would we rank this? Do you think it's worse than Delibird?
At 2 stars, that is lower than what we ranked Delibird, which was 3. So
okay. I do like Delibird more, so that's why I would give
this a solid 4, my friends. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
We talked a lot about Delibird being Santa Claus and all that.
Yeah, Delibird's the Santa Claus in Pokemon canon.
I gotta ask Mike if he knew this. Did you know that his bag is his tail?
Yep, Delibird's bag is Delibird's tail.
Because that blew our minds. Yeah.
That's his tail?
Yeah. Which kind of made me uncomfortable, if I'm being honest.
Yep.
But like,
when you read the Bulbapedia, it talks about how it's its tail.
But how does that work? Because in the anime and stuff, he pulls it in front of him, doesn't he?
But
I don't know.
The anime also. I mean, you haven't seen this yet. I don't even know if it counts as spoilers because it's from an absolute filler episode. But there's an episode where Slowking is featured, and they remove Slowking's.
Listen. He likes to talk a lot of shit about this episode. Sorry, a lot of crap about this episode.
The damage is done. There's no point in going back and saying a different word.
There's this reggae slowpoke song you'll ever hear in your entire life. And probably the only reggae slowpoke song.
My point is that, the whole point of Slowking is the Shelder bites it on the head, and it's got the King's Rock, right? So instead of being bit on the tail and becoming Slowbro, it becomes Slowking, right? The whole point is they are now fused as one. That's what makes him a Slowking. So
doesn't he take the hat off in Pokemon 2000 at some point?
No, I don't think he ever takes it off in the movie.
I thought he does.
I just watched it the other day, and I don't remember him taking it off.
Yeah. So my point is the show will do this sometimes, where they'll do something in the show, and I guarantee that they don't have a Pablo Hidalgo like Lucasfilm does to say, hold on, this isn't canon. In the games, Delibird's tail is his bag. So they don't have someone to correct him on that.
They don't have a Will Beam in there to be like, whoa, actually.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I don't believe it, but that's wild.
But in any case, we decided the novelty of Delibird, is cool, but it's not so cool that any of us would ever actually use it in our team.
Yeah, and I will say, just to correct myself really quick, not that I don't believe it, I don't accept it. I don't accept it.
One of the reasons why Delibird was the bottom of the list anyways, too, was because I also have a bias towards Gen 3 Pokemon, and Hariyama is actually useful, so that's why we were put Hariyama above.
But Rookie
Delibird.
D is still number 1 because of his great potential. We believe in you, Rookie D.
Yep. Can he hold that spot? No.
Can I say I do think... Not. I know I'm going to get hate for this. I do think Corviknight is a little overrated.
I mean,
he
is still just a flying... he's still one of the bird types. So,
I love all the bird Pokemon, but most
I do
of
love
the bird Pokemon are overrated.
Using Corviknight in Sword and Shield, kind of trash, at least in my opinion.
I had Corviknight on my team all the way through
Me
the
too.
Elite Four, I think.
Yeah, and then I stopped using him because I
Like-
finally could find out how bad his IVs were, and it was time to use someone else.
And even design-wise, I personally like the Rookity design more than
But
Corviknight.
Corviknight's super metal.
Eh.
Sure. I wish they didn't get rid of all the blue. Like even Corvus Squire, like
That's
I
true.
like
It has some blue.
the navy blue teal.
Yeah, that would have
tones,
been
and
cool.
Corviknight, I
Steel
guess
would've
in
been
the
a cool look,
shadows.
too.
Yeah, in the
Corviknight-
shadows you can sort of see it, but
He gets extra bonus points for me because of his shiny. Corviknight's shiny
Sure.
is awesome. I just think it looks so cool.
I don't know if I
Yeah.
know what it looks like.
I mean, it's like silver.
yeah.
or gunmetal gray. If you want to describe it that way.
I'm gonna look it up real quick. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that is really
and it's
cool,
at least
actually.
it is like two-tone, which is cool. Like the Corviknight shiny is. I think the Corviknight shiny is better than the OG because I
Man,
like the two-tone of the black
Yeah.
and,
just
and
lo-
silver.
Corviknight looks so cool. I don't know what you're talking about, Mike. You're crazy.
Regardless,
I
Rookie
know.
D's
I think
still number one
compared
for
to
now.
Rookity, I like Rookity a lot more.
Rookie D's cool.
'Cause
Also,
I mean,
Rookie
I
D
think the-
also has a cool shiny sprite. So I'm
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Rookie D as well.
I think just the color palette of blue, black, yellow is dope with the red eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Dustin, I think that's it.
Yeah. So that's it. The last thing I wanted to do on this episode was I do have my Pokemon McDonald's cards, so I did want to open those real fast just so I
Go
can
for
share
it,
my
man.
excitement with everybody here. So I'm gonna open this box.
Mike, did
I
you
don't
already
have
open yours?
Oh yeah, this is empty.
Okay.
There's some stuff in here. Let me grab it out.
We
I'll
got
show it all to
a
everybody.
holographic Cyndaquil.
Oh, nice.
Hold on. Wait. There's Pikachu.
There's Pikachu.
Let's see. We're gonna go through the other stuff first before we get to the pack, because the pack is the what's the word? The meat and potatoes of this. Is that what it is? I don't know. Oh,
That's
this
what
is,
everyone's coming for. Is the pack?
yeah. This is like a little it's got a little pop out thing where you can stand this picture up of Pikachu, so I can
So you can always have him on your desk like a member of the family.
Yeah,
It's
you
gonna
can
go right
replace
there.
that. You can replace that with your engagement photo.
Exactly.
Just on your, yeah.
or just replace all of my engagement photos with Pikachu.
Yeah, just keep getting more Happy Meals and just keep putting those around.
You're
the
gonna
house.
print out all the photos you take in Pokemon Snap and
Exactly.
replace all the photos in your house with Pokemon
Yes.
Snap photos.
All right.
I'm gonna
Ready
make
for
a
it?
freaking photo gallery in my future home.
Okay. Moment of truth. We're opening it. Let's see what we got.
I don't like the packaging.
Ooh.
I don't like the packaging on this.
You don't like it?
No, I mean
It's fine.
I know it's made from a thicker paper than
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
It's a weird texture compared to the
Yeah,
old packs.
it's weird.
kinda-
Okay.
Right. I got
Nice.
Yeah,
a
shiny
holographic.
Fennekin.
Yeah.
Or not shiny Finnegan, holographic Finnegan.
Holographic. Ooh, I got your boy Pikachu. If you can see it.
It's
Sorry,
your
it's
boy.
kinda-
Your boy.
Our boy, Dustin.
Ooh, Cyndaquil. I think there's only 4 cards, right? Yeah. So this is the last one that we got.
And
And a lit
This works out
And a
well.
lot
Dustin loves the fire types.
fire types and Pikachu. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with these.
That's a good set for
Yeah,
Dustin.
obviously, I don't know if you guys addressed this, but obviously the McDonald's cards are starters. The
Yeah,
starter Pokemon.
they're all the starters.
Yeah. It's all just a bunch of starters.
Yeah.
But that's totally fine. And Pikachu.
Oh, no, it's
'cause
cool.
Pikachu's still a starter, which is
It's a yellow starter.
always
whatever.
weird to me that he just counts as a starter. But
I
whatever.
mean, he's literally
Um,
the starter for
he's
2 of
literally
the
starter
Pokemon
in
video
yellow.
games.
Okay, I get it, guys. Whatever. But he's not a starter. He's number 25.
He's
No
never been
starting
my
Pokemon.
starter other than in Pokemon Yellow.
That's because Pokemon Company originally didn't believe in the rat. All right.
Yeah, that's why they made him number 17, whatever he is in the
20,
Pokedex.
he's 25.
25. There it is.
Does it tell me on the card? I don't know if it says. Yep, 25.
There you go.
All right, that's another episode of Pod-ket Monsters. I think that's basically all we had for today. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Thank
Can I
you
plug one more thing that I should
Yes,
have
I was
plugged?
totally gonna say thank you so much, Mike, for coming.
Sorry.
What do you want to plug? All that jazz.
We did a PAX Online panel last year ranking the Pokemon spin-offs. You should
I
go
watched
check that out.
Excellent.
Where
Everybody,
can they
Thank you.
find that, Mike?
You can find it on youtube.com/61indie, or if you just type in PAX Pokemon spinoffs, I'm sure it'll pop up.
Yeah,
on
and
YouTube.
seriously, if anybody like if you're a fan of this podcast that we're doing here, definitely check that out because it is a lot of fun. I enjoyed it so much. It
Thank
gave me
you.
great joy. You know what I did while I actually listened to that, Mike, was I was playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2.
Hell yeah, the perfect
And
compliment.
I was grinding, literally grinding, but I was trying to knock out all the side things that I could while listening to that.
Hell yeah, thank
So
you.
good.
But yes, thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate it. I'm Good Game Grizz on Twitter and on Twitch. I mean, if you're watching live, you're already aware of that. But please give me a follow, and then do the same for our guy Dustin over
That's
at
me.
DDanger10 on Twitch and D_Danger10 on Twitter. So
Yep.
we'd love that.
And then
That way you
also,
can answer questions and stuff for the next episode.
yeah, and then again, remember to follow Mike at Towndrow as well on Twitter, and follow 61indie as well at 61indie.
They're all
All right,
good
everybody.
people over there.
Yeah.
Adios.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. Have a good night.